Hey guys, nobody's here yet, but we're gonna start. I apologize that Tuesday I was feeling pretty crappy, so I just went to bed. Slept for about 18 hours total. I don't know, I just had a bug or something. I just wasn't feeling good. Still not feeling the greatest, but we're here. Yeah. So I just wanted to make a presence at least for a little bit this week. I don't know how late we'll stay tonight. We'll see how things go. But yeah, happy to still be here. Let me get that turned off. Turn my analytics on. Hey, Blue Ridge, how are you doing? Yes, I wasn't feeling good on Tuesday, so I didn't come on. So I figured I'd come on tonight. Still not the best, but we're doing better. And this is what we're going to start working on tonight: is the Old Testers OB10 Bronco, which was kind of an attack observation plane type thing. Kind of cool. I think they were trying to remember they came on this towards the end, very end of the Vietnam War when these went into service, and I think there's still some in service today. A few, not very many. I don't think this has. It might have some on instructions. Let me start looking at it. I'll look at it. If it's got anything about it on in the instruction manual. But yeah, we got everything else we got done and dusted from last week. We got the Ford GT was finished last week. The twin Mustangs were finished last week, and we finished over the weekend. Obviously, we finished the 48-hour group build. So we're going to start on a new build tonight of the Bronco. It's an old Testers kit. I don't know if it has a copyright on it or not, but the it says here, I'm just reading it, the OB10 was when it went into service, I think 1964. Hey Jim, how are you tonight?
Hey Bob, good.
We're just hanging out, parting around. So I wasn't feeling good on Tuesday, so I didn't have live, so I figured I'd have one tonight. Yeah, August of '64 is when the Bronco was chosen as to be kind of a replacement for the Sandys. And it was the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, all had them. And also West Germany, Thailand, Venezuela. It was kind of being a dual twin turboprop. Made it good for low level attack and observation. So it had, let's say, for armament, it had 4 7.62 M60 machine guns and a variety of underslung ordnance because it could carry bombs as well. So that's the Bronco that we're going to start. It's been in my stash. God, I don't know how many years, but the decals look like they were just printed yesterday, so that's a good sign. Testers did always pretty good job with their kits. A lot of them were reboxes from other companies. This one, I haven't researched it. If I was a guessing man, it was probably at one point an Italieri kit. Italieri tooling, anyway. It might have been the Testers original. They just have some original tooling. A lot of the stuff was reboxed from other manufacturers. Everybody does that too. I mean, Revell does it. Revell does all kinds of ICM kits. This is the Reeboxes. And you make sure that's empty. It looks like it, so we'll keep it. Hold it up and keep it anyway. I always keep my bag until the end of the build, just in case. It's not a very big airplane for being a twin engine. It's gonna have about 25 centimeters for the wingspan, and the main fuselage is about 15, but the booms will push it out probably another 10 or 12. Yeah, about another 10. So yeah, it's about 25 by 25. Pretty much a square airplane. The length is about the same as the wingspan. Here's a tricycle plane, so which means we got to add weight into the nose. It's a matter of how much. Just as much as I can fit in there. Let's see where we start there. With the cockpit. So what you working on tonight?
Well, I had gotten this little 148 Atlantis Chi-Ha tank from won at a raffle at a show this spring, and there's a bit of flash on these vinyl tracks. So,
oh man, yeah.
What I can do to clean it up, it's a pain.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
I got a funny thing to tell you though. I was watching saw when you put up your final for the group build over the weekend, and I was like, oh, saw it on Facebook, and I've got my streaming things on the other monitor here, so let me go to his channel. I'll pull that down. And after I finished with it, I was itching to do something else. So I went digging through my stash and I was like, oh, let me do this. This is a nice, easy one, something simple, because I was kind of tired anyway. And I go to your channel and I pop it up to watch your thing. And the first thing I see is basically a reveal you did on opening the box of the kit. And I just started laughing because this is what I was working on.
Wow, that's a great kit. Yeah, it is an awesome.
It is. I just couldn't help but laugh. It's like, oh, that's funny.
There's a few parts to it, but it's a really nice body. The wheels are great.
Yeah.
The interior is pretty decent for only being like 5 parts.
Oh yeah.
You detail up the motor that you see through the top up through the rear window. It's a nice kit.
I saw your finished video on it after that, and I kind of took inspiration on the interior from you, the way you painted it. So I spent a few hours
with the green.
So now I just got to mix up the color and paint it. But yeah. But yeah, it's a nice kit. I just thought it was hilarious that it's like, oh, I'm going to do this one. Like, first thing I see on your channel is you were just playing with that.
And to top it off, I painted it with Rust-Oleum, everybody's favorite.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Rust-Oleum custom lacquer.
Yeah, I'm going to take in. I don't have a ton of colors, but I got some Tamiya's I'm going to mix up and actually make a purple. I think it'll look pretty nice.
Yeah, because you get both black and blue stripes, so you could do a wide variety of colors, or you could always paint your own stripes. Mask off with just two straight stripes. The only deviation, it goes around the blue oval, but you can still stripe right over that and put the decal on if you wanted. It's a great little kit. It's the best $16 I spent in a long time.
Yeah, it was nice. This other one I'm playing with right now is actually one I also won at a raffle. The first couple shows I ever went to were this spring. One in Eastern Mass. Actually, one was in Southeastern Maine, and the other was in Western Mass. And when I went to the one in Maine, I was fortunate enough to meet Jason at Blue Ox hobby. So that was nice. But yeah, did really good on the raffles at both those shows. They were like a week apart, so I was pretty
I
happy.
usually do on the raffles of the shows.
Yep.
I buy $20 worth of tickets, however many that is, and then I usually bring home at least 5, 6, sometimes 10
Yeah,
tips.
that's basically what I did too. It worked out really great. It was awesome. I mean, like I said, I mean, granted, modeled when I was a kid and then stopped for a long while, but I'd never actually been to a show, so it was really kind of nice. I took pictures of everything, and it was a blast.
Let's see how we gonna pull this off. We want us to.
That Bronco, though, that is a nice looking aircraft.
Yeah, I built this kit when I was a kid, so I know it's old.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
doesn't mean it's still
I
good.
was 9 or 10 years old, so I didn't even look to see if he had a copyright on it. This one
Mm,
says 88, but that's definitely a later version. The one I did was way before that, because we were still living on the farm.
what was the date on that when you got there?
This one, it says on this box, it says copyright 88, but I know it was earlier than that.
Yeah.
This one, because it didn't come in this paint scheme either. The one I had
Mm.
just had like a U.S. Army paint scheme on it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
The solid olive drab. I think it was even molded in olive drab when I built, and I would have been in the 70s. But I haven't looked on Scale Mace to see what it was exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was. We were still living on the farm when I did that, so we left the farm in 79 when I moved to town.
Oh, okay.
My
Was it just it got to be too much, or
it would belong to my grandfather,
okay?
and he had a heart attack,
Ooh,
couldn't take care of it, and my dad was an iron worker, so he couldn't really take care of the farm anymore. I mean,
yeah.
and my step grandmother's brother offered to buy it and let them stay on, my grandfather stay on it as long as he wanted, stay on the house.
Right.
But within 2 weeks of when he passed, he started parceling it out and selling it off, and we had to go.
That's
So
too
he turned
bad.
it into a subdivision, turned the whole 100 acres into a subdivision.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad.
Like so much for keeping it in the family, but it was what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was in 79 when we left the farm. It was, yeah, so I know I'm pretty sure I built this on when we were still on the farm, so it would have been in the mid 70s at the latest when I built it.
Mm.
I'd have been 8, 10. I think it was, what was I? 10, 12 years old when I built it. Because I didn't go on Scale Mace to look. Hey Mike, how are you? Jason, got Horton. Hey GB. Hey Marcy, how are you tonight? Dave, if you guys haven't watched Dart's video, you need to do that. He's got some issues going on. Hopefully, it's not the worst case scenario that he's afraid of. I know I went through the same thing when my blood test showed that I may had a lot of the markers for cancer.
Ooh.
And when they went and tested, I finally got further tested, and I did not. It was just my blood chemistry was off. But yeah, you need to go watch his video. Send him your prayers and your well wishes, and hopefully it turns out to not be what he thinks it is. Hey, good afternoon down under, or was it evening or morning? I can never keep it straight.
G'day, how are you? I'm just still setting up here.
All
Hang
right.
on. There we go, that's better. How are we, Bob? Jim?
We're doing better. I was feeling
Good.
pretty rough earlier in the week, but I'm doing better now. A
Oh,
little
that's
bit.
good. That's good. Yeah, I'm on 2 weeks holiday now, so I thought I'd jump on, join in for a little bit and
We're always happy to have you.
put my ugly face on. Yeah, it's about 9:30 here in Australia in the morning, so a nice 17 degrees today, sunny we got here, so not too bad.
Sounds
Yeah, we
nice.
had a pretty nice day here too. Uh, it was probably in the when we do the Celsius conversion, it was probably in the mid to upper 20s today.
Okay, yep,
So it's
that's
about
nice.
70, 75 degrees today. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess.
Our humidity is dropped considerably the last couple of days, which makes it a whole lot better.
Right.
We're not we're not sweating to death, melting. Okay, let me do this. Get that payment and glue it in, and then mask it.
Definitely like that for us the last couple of weeks, but it's eased off a bit here too in the Northeast.
We had a little thunder shower roll through here a few minutes ago,
Okay.
but it's not bad. Let me hit the little button, and I can convert real quick and tell you exactly what it was. Yeah, it's 27 here. The high today was 33, but it's gone way down from there.
All right.
That was actually this morning,
Yep.
late last night, early this morning when it was at 33.
Okay.
So now it's 27. So it's actually gone down steadily all day.
Mm.
It's a pretty good day.
Yeah. I see that you're starting a new model there.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Jim? What are you doing?
I'm playing with some vinyl tracks for a Atlantis Chiha tank. Trying to get all that flashing off it. It's kind of a tedious thing.
Yep.
So it's good to have
Okay.
something going on, while I'm doing that.
All right. Well, we'll be here probably for a while tonight.
Mm.
Yeah, we were down in Florida. It's always hot and sticky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And,
You have trouble with sort of like painting and spraying because of the humidity?
Yeah, that's rough to try to do.
Yeah, it is.
It's rough to do it here.
Now, Bob, you what? Out Missouri way?
Yes, I'm in Missouri.
Okay, I'm in Massachusetts. So yeah.
I am about 1 hour west of St. Louis, or about half hour east of Jefferson City, right on the Missouri River.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in north central Mass, about hour and a half outside of Boston, about 60 miles.
Yeah, so I'm at the arse end of Australia, Victoria, as we put it.
Okay.
Back, I'm probably going to be spraying here shortly. Going gray, it's too dark for this, but I'll check it. Hey, Jimmy.
What's up? Oh, come on, Dan. Say. Say, fuck. What's up?
G'day, how are you?
Good evening.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I'll be able to do that too when I get my booth set back up. Right now, when I spray, unless I'm just doing little pieces, I gotta go outside and do it.
Oh, that's thing.
Especially if I'm doing rattle can. If I'm doing a little airbrush stuff with the Vallejo, I can do it here. But Hey, Mark, how are you tonight? Or anything solvent based, I have to spray it outside,
Okay.
which is right
Man, my carrot detail.
right there. It's right
All
there.
right.
It's not like it's
Yep.
the right outdoors. It's just like right behind me.
Well, you can see part of mine in the background. Move up a little one. My little homemade one over there on the counter.
All right. Yeah.
Based on some color. I think we can just brush it.
The thing about getting rid of my spray booth and get the ones that's got the water.
Yeah.
The water dribbles down so it catches the overspray.
Right.
End up with a lot more cleaner spray booth area anyway.
Anything better than what I got. I just used the corner of my basement. Got shit
Oh,
hanging
right.
from the rafters.
The big
Yeah.
commercial ones are that waterfall, but I'm probably just gonna when I get a new boot that works. My other one's broken. The fan is burnt up in it. I'll probably go do the bucket of water thing.
Yeah.
Pump it into the bucket of water.
There ain't no windows down here. The only one is right here behind me. So
Right.
every time I paint, my mom bitches it fucking stinks up the whole house.
Yeah.
That stuff is stinky.
Okay.
Got
Yeah.
a funk to it.
Yeah, my wife comes in the model room here and is wondering how I survive with the paint fumes.
I'm used to it at this point.
Yeah, you do it. You start feeling loopy. You open the window for a few minutes.
Except he doesn't have one.
My mom asked me that one day, and I told her I'm just used to it. I don't smell it. She's like, "Well, that's got to be fucking horrible for you if you're used to it." I'm like,
Yep.
She's probably right.
"Yeah, probably."
We're immune to it now.
Who's on chat? Mark, Jason, Jeff, Marcy. What's up, y'all?
Hey, Papa, how are you tonight?
Mike. How you guys been? Finally finished my senior build.
Nice.
Try not to drop it.
32.
Oh, that looks nice.
Oh, nice.
I love those old cars.
I did the trim with my chrome pen, and it's not my greatest work, but that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. But I love the style of it, that's for sure.
Yep.
It's phone call. Then I messed up the hood, so you see how I just cut the hood.
Yep.
Cut the front so it looks good, and I just cut the rest off.
All right. Okay. What scale is that?
should be 24th, 25th scale, one of those two.
Okay, it looks bigger than a 24.
Well, those old 50s Chevys, they weren't exactly small cars.
No, they were not.
No, built big and strong.
Yep.
None of them were small until you got into the early 70s. Yeah.
Mm.
That's true.
There was room in the trunk of my GTO for all 4 of my winter tires to go in there. The summer tires, whichever one it was opposite.
Hmm.
And still had room. You take 12 of my best friends to the drive-in and only have to pay for 3 of us.
Yeah.
You could hide 9 people in the trunk.
Yeah.
Four. Four. Hey, Bruce, didn't see you sneak in.
This is the one that I'm working on so far. This is a an Aussie car down here. So this is a XY Ford GT. That's that one.
Cool.
Yeah, I've just put the clear on it not long ago, so now I've got to wait about that's that, and this is the engine. The shaker's got on it. And, I'll take that shaker off. Oh, it's going to stay on there anyway, and that's the engine. You can see that.
Yeah, nice.
All the leads in it, so that's where that's up to. And then we've got the seats in there, all black, bit of carpet in there. Done that, so that's where that's all up to. Happy with it. So far, so good.
That's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of those Ford and GM models that were only Australian only.
Yeah. This is a brand called DDA Models. They're more into the die-cast stuff than what they are into the plastic stuff, but they've only started to venture out into their sort of like doing plastic models. Just thought I'd give them a try, see what their product is like.
How was it so far?
If I had to score it out of 10 so far, I'd probably give it a probably about a 7. One thing I hate about this model is all the exhaust is molded.
Yeah.
The whole lot of it is molded. I hate that. That's just not very smart thinking, and there's no color call out in the book at all. So you basically got to do your research on the internet and see what color the engine block was, to the shaker, to the radiator, to everything. So I consider it probably a little bit slack. I probably won't get one of these DDA models again, I don't think. And I'm sort of like venturing out into a lot more cars now. Than I started off doing MotoGP bikes, and yeah, that's the only thing that I wanted to do was MotoGP bikes. And I thought, well, down here in Australia, we're starting to run out of them. You know, I think it just about brought every GP bike in the store, I reckon. And then I thought, well, I'll get on to Formula Ones in the same situation. Starting to run out of them as well. I thought, well, I'll get into World War II planes as well as cars. So venture out a little bit instead of being but one channel just straight down the line.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing that I won't build. There's things I don't build often, but pretty much I'll build just about anything.
Yeah. And plus it is good for my channel as well, because I have my own YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
And so it just mixes it up a bit for people that are only into cars or only into World War II planes or vice versa. It's a good mix-up.
Yeah.
And die-casts, so like Agora models to Hatchet models, if you heard of them.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And currently I'm doing a die-cast one of the Batman Tumbler, so from Hatchet.
Cool.
So that's going to weigh about 5 kilo when it's finished. Good door stopper.
Yeah.
Well, even the real thing was basically a tank.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, basically, yeah.
It was closer to a Bradley than it was a car.
Mm. Yeah, so that's what I do, just to mix it up.
Now what do I want to start with?
Night, Jason. You're probably gone already. Whose podcast you going to be on? There, Mike, you going to be on the Lucas's one, or?
Nope. I'll do that. I might start first. I already got the rims. So I'm slowing those tires.
Oh. I'll tell Ma we said hi. I was in the 48-hour hangout with Matt for a little while over the weekend.
How do you guys find doing this 48-hour?
I enjoy it.
Sorry.
I enjoy it. I mean, I make sure I don't pick something that I can't conceivably do in that amount of time. Something with an
Right.
easy job, preferably curbside, but not necessarily. I mean, it's not something you want to start an 800 part kit on and do in 2 days. It's not.
Mm.
I've never joined in on the 48-hour build.
Yeah.
It
I don't
takes
think
as
I
long
could
as
get.
it takes to paint the car.
Yeah, I don't think I could get one done in 48 hours. I think that's too much of a challenge for me.
Well, if you can get the body and the paint on Friday night,
Yeah.
and then you can work on like putting it, even if it has one with an engine, you can work on putting the engine in the interior and getting those painted on Friday night. Get most of your paint work done on Friday night.
Mm.
And on Saturday, you do most of your assembly and clear your body, you put your decals on and clear the body, whatever you need to do for that. And then do
Yep.
do all the sub assemblies on Saturday. And then when you come in Sunday morning, you're just doing the finishing touches.
Mm. Because like this one now that I'm doing, like this clear coat, I let it settle for about 3 days straight.
Mm.
So you couldn't do that in a 48-hour build.
Right, but if you're doing a straight lacquer finish,
Yeah.
paint, lacquer clear,
Mm.
you can get away with it. I'm saying you're going to
Okay.
do a simple paint job, you can do one color or something.
Yeah.
That Ford GT that I did last week would have been a great kit for that type of thing.
Yeah.
Paint on Friday night and do your detailed painting and all that.
Mm.
Saturday and get it cleared, and then on Sunday all you do is slap it together.
Okay.
Or
Last year I did the Revell Snap Tight Max 57 Chevy, and I didn't even paint it because the plastic was so nice. I just polished the plastic and put a clear on, and it looks better than any paint job I could ever done.
It's a good
Okay.
looking car you did too, Bob.
And the one I did this year, the paint was screwed up, so I had to actually strip it and start over on Saturday morning. Saturday midday on Saturday, it was still not cured, so I had to strip it back to the primer, reprimer it, and reshoot the color. And I got it back on track on Sunday morning and got it all put together.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Johnny, how are you tonight?
I meant to ask you, Bob, what kit was that you did?
What? The yellow
This
one?
year's 48-hour.
That's the Pester's Void Aluma Tub. The Void Thompson.
It had a good look to it. I like that.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
It's
Simple
kind
car.
of like
It's
Plymouth Prowler,
curbside.
but different.
It's like a Zinger. There's no interior, no motor. So just the first year I did it was like 10 years ago, and I got in over my head. I tried to do a pretty extensive build, and I didn't get done on time. Over years, I've kind of figured that if you go for a lower parts kit car or a car that you can do curbside, then you can pull it off. Or an airplane. I could have knocked out an airplane. In fact, I probably would have done 2 builds this year if I not the paint gone dead, because I'd have been finished with that one on Saturday morning if the paint wasn't dead. So I could have started a second one.
Yeah. Who had done 3 for the 48 hours? Somebody did 3.
Charlie.
Gee, that's a lot.
I think he got the 3rd one done, but he did like a little one of the Lego kits. Then he did a metal earth kit, the photo etch kit, and then he had a wood airplane kit he was going to do his first 3rd one. But by Sunday night I wasn't feeling like crap, so I didn't watch anything all week on YouTube. Take it back down.
I'm glad I didn't throw that bag away. There was a fucking bag. Need it. Oh, what is this? I need that. I definitely need that.
I saw it.
This is,
I saw it.
I'm guessing the fucking, yeah, that.
Yeah, I know what was wrong with me earlier this week. Just started feeling like crap.
There's something going around because a couple of my buddies and this dude I work with have been sick too.
I even went and got myself on one of the COVID tests just to be sure, but I didn't have it, so
Oh, that's good.
just to check.
Yeah, one of my buddies freaked out. He's like, "Yeah, I got COVID and all this shit." I'm like, "Man, you got the flu, dude. We can talk to you and tell what the hell."
Yeah, well, I've had all the vaccinations for COVID too, so if I do get it, it's going to be like just a bad flu, or that's what they're telling us anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I wasn't sure if that's what it was. So I went and grabbed one of the free tests from the direct store and took it. I always didn't have it, so.
Yeah. I never got COVID. I mean, when COVID was going on, my allergies were kicking my ass, but the allergies kick my ass every year.
Yeah, I never got it as well, but what I did one time was because down here in Australia, if you got COVID and you're working, the government gives you $750 to have that week off to stay at home.
Yeah.
But here in Victoria in Australia, we copped. I wouldn't say we copped it that bad, but the government got too jumpy and shut everything down. I don't know what it was like for you guys over there.
It was mask this, wear your shit, vaccine bullshit.
Yeah,
I never got vaccinated. I barely wore the fucking mask. I was always in trouble for not wearing it, and I never got it.
right.
But when I was really little, I was always sick. Always. So
Yeah,
now that I'm older, dude, I'm never really sick.
Yeah, well, people who are kind of
Usually if I do get
immunocompromised, it's a different story.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
well, if I didn't get the jabs, I think it was three needles. I think it was you had to get. I wasn't allowed to work.
Oh, damn.
Mm.
Yeah, we had a couple companies over here try that, and that didn't work.
No.
Everybody just quit.
be right back. Gotta go pay the water bill.
Now we're paying for it now here in Victoria because the government, because we borrowed so much money during the 2 years of COVID, the government's taxed everything now to recoup that money, and now we're screwed.
It's always got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't realize with shit like that. That money just doesn't fucking appear. It doesn't fall out of your ass. It's gotta come from somewhere. That's an issue here in the States is people just cannot get a grasp on. Money's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
They can't get a grasp on that for some fucking reason.
Yeah, putting sort of like taxes on if you've got a vacant block of land, they're doubling the tax on it because you're not doing anything with it.
Damn.
Same with houses not being sort of like being vacated and there's been nothing being done with them. Government are starting to put taxes on those, extra taxes. And so what some people are doing is they're buying a whole heap of timers. So they have their water running at on a timer or something like that, or electricity running off a timer, just so that it keeps the meter ticking over, to avoid doing that. To avoid paying extra taxes.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, sure. I'll be right back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long you been doing hobbies for, Jim?
Well, I'm kind of like the age-old story. Started when I was a young kid. Did it for a good
Yep.
while till about the time we got into college. Then got married and kids happened. Life
Yep.
set in. I kind of took a break and I just started up again beginning of this year. So I've been off for
Okay.
about years. So
Yep.
A little bit of a break. Still had a bunch of my stuff from when I stopped, but as far as models and stuff, so
Yeah. Yeah.
which is good because the cost of these things now compared to what they were then.
Oh, yes. Yep. Yep, absolutely.
But yeah.
Okay.
Well, the kids are all grown, and 2 of the 3 of them are married and
Okay. Yep.
all working and stuff. So yeah, makes it a little easier.
Yeah, got some free time now.
Well, a little bit. Kind of have to make it. I mean, it's my work schedule's kind of crazy right now. It's we
Yeah.
start at 5 in the morning. I go to like 1:30, but I get about a 40-minute commute, so I got to get up about 3:30 in the morning. So keep thinking about, oh yeah, you get all this time when you get home, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
I get home and sit down for a minute and pass out for an hour or two. So,
Yeah.
never sit down and take those shoes off,
Mm.
and then end up, well, gotta make dinner because the wife's coming home, and
Yep.
But yeah, I've actually been off this week, so we shut down the last full week in July. So
Right.
that 48-hour build thing worked out great because it was right at the beginning of my week off. So I hadn't done one of those before, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 48 last year.
Mm.
Okay. That looks nice.
That is nice.
Say it's a curbside snap kit.
Yep.
And I didn't paint it. I just polished the plastic.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, the polish came out great. Looks nice and shiny.
Yeah, it's better than any paint job I could have ever done.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the biggest problem here was doing bare metal foil. That was the biggest job.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good.
But yeah.
The red and black looks good.
And then let's say this was this year's.
Okay. Bit of a hot rod.
Yeah, the Boyd
Yeah.
Captain's a Luma Coupe. Again, so it's a curbside zinger. There's no interior. The glass is all scoped out. No engine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I haven't seen one of those before.
that's a tester's. That's also a tester's kit. It's got about 25, 30 pieces total.
Yep. Yep. That looks cool. It looks, yeah.
We put Don's license plate on there though.
All right. Yep. Start to come in focus. Yep. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, so that's usually what I pick for like a 48-hour bill.
Yep. I think it's a challenge within myself to do a 48-hour build.
Or say like a plane, I can do a plane in 48 hours, no problem. Especially if it's got a simple paint job,
Yeah.
like a P38 or something like that. It's got a 1 or 2 color paint job. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can knock one of them out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly waiting for paint to dry more than anything else.
Yeah. I think my planes are sort of like the Mustang. I saw your Mustang actually.
Yeah.
Well, I think with the Mustang car. Is that correct?
Right, yep.
Yeah, the red tails.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mustang car, Mustang.
Yeah. Yeah. Done. So I've done that. Done sort of like the F-14, Tomcat. The recent ones of the F-35A Lightning. Then I've done a 1/18 scale plane as well, so like from World War II. That's big.
Yeah.
I think I did the Revell Red Baron for 48 one year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because that's simple. Again, simple 1 color paint job.
Yep.
Not a high parts count. It's a biplane with not a whole lot of rigging in it, so cows. I built a lot of the little Airpix 172nd scale planes too. I built a bunch of those.
Yeah, I've never. I don't know. With me on the 72nd scale ones, I always like big the better. For me.
Some of the 172nd scales are pretty damn big.
Mm.
Yeah,
But they're not
those are big, yeah.
These.
Okay.
So we did the Royal Navy Corsair.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that looks weathered good.
With the clipped wings.
Yeah. Did they come with their own? Did you have to buy the stands, or they came with them?
I bought the stands separately. You buy them like a package of 12 for 5 or 6.
Okay. Yeah.
You get like 3 different sizes. And then here's this Nemesis was the little Zero.
Okay.
But again, you're looking at 20, 30, maybe 40 parts total. It's a simple thing. It goes together real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Do you find it difficult with the cockpit areas with all the knobs and stuff like that to get them done?
Well, if I'm doing one like this with the pilot in it, I don't mess with it much because the canopy's closed. As long as you got representation, and a lot of times they will give you decals for the instrument panel and the 2 side panels, so you don't really know what to do. The most challenging thing would be on, say, like this one, the masking for the canopy.
Yeah.
What I found on these small ones like that with a lot of window panes, I use the bare metal foil, and I'll just bare metal foil the entire thing. Then cut out the window squares. Those in place and just remove the framework to paint it.
Yeah. That's super tiny.
Yeah, it makes it easy because you're just taking out, you're subtracting just those. I know it doesn't focus. This camera doesn't close up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
with a silver frame, then I'll just do the whole thing in bare metal foil and call it a day.
Right. Okay.
But yeah,
That looks good.
they're not bad. And these are these run about 10 or 15 English pounds, which is about $20 for us, and
Yeah.
about the same for you, $25.
Yeah. Yep.
Because most of these are made in India, so it's not. They're actually closer to you than they are to us.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, Airfix's big manufacturing plant is in India.
I've never done an Airfix.
But they
That's
have
always.
all kinds of stuff too, besides planes. They have shit. They have the whole line of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I just sort of like with me. I'm sort of like if I want to buy an expensive plane, of course, 172 is a bit cheaper, but I always go to Trumpeter because of their packaging. But one thing about Trumpeter is they take care in their packaging, their products.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I look at it. Trumpeter or obviously to me. But I should do an Airfix one just to see what they're like. Compare them.
And they have 148 scale and 124 scale and some 132nd. They have all the scales of the planes.
Mm. Sounds a bit crazy, doesn't it? Never done a Airfix one before.
Yeah, I've done several of them. The 140 scale P40 Warhawk. It was an inexpensive one. It was really nice.
Yeah.
I think they just have recently retooled the Mustang kit. They've got basically every Mark Spitfire that ever existed.
Yeah.
And they're the only ones that do the big English bombers like the Vulcan, stuff like that.
Mm.
Vulcan. They're it. They're the only game in town for those.
Okay.
I got one of those back there. I won in a drawing. I need to go build it one of these days.
Yeah.
It came with the big ad set for the Photo X and the whole 9 yards for it. Came in the kit.
Mm.
Came in with it all packaged together in the raffle.
Right.
But yeah, I like doing the little Airfix kits too. So they do a lot of subjects that nobody else does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got a big project
on English planes, but they do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I've got a big project coming up pretty soon. It's a 1/200 scale. So the length of it is about 1.4, 1.3 meters.
Oh yeah, you said it was the Enterprise CV.
Yeah. USS Enterprise CV6.
Nice.
It's not bad. I brought the kit for about $410.
Yeah, I don't have them anymore. I would send them to you. I bought way back when I did the Thunderbird's Fire Flash.
Yep.
It's I think it's a 1/200 scale, and I bought a bunch of the Trumpeter
Okay.
planes to sit next to it for size comparison.
Yep.
Because it's hard to judge the scale of it the way. So
I reckon this one's going
to are recognizable sizes, and you realize how big it really is.
Yeah. I reckon it's going to take me about 2 years, I reckon. Because I'll get still deciding on whether I'm going to get the Ponto upgrade set or the KA upgrade set.
Gonna get the wooden deck or?
Yeah, wooden deck. Yeah, the adhesive wooden deck. Yep. And the scale, the model itself only cost me $410, but the KA set cost $650, and then the Ponto's one cost you about $750. So there's the sets are more expensive than the actual kit.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know. I've been slowly buying. I had the 196 USS Constitution, the tall ship,
Yep.
and I've been slowly, when I can afford them and find them, I'm picking up metal and brass parts for it, like cannons and whatnot.
Yep.
And there is a company that makes silk sails for it. I'm going to break down and buy those. I'm going to have the actual kit probably cost me $75. I'm probably going to have $500 or $600 worth of add-ons.
Upgrade. Yeah.
And I plan on building it in a diorama under full sail at sea
Yeah.
with lighting. So it's probably going to be, I'm going to need a glass case that's 4 feet long and 4 feet tall. It's going to be freaking huge. I don't know what I'm going to do with it when I get done. Maybe I'll have to donate it to the library or something because it won't fit in my house.
That's probably the biggest one I've got. Or is it I've done the Titanic as well. I've done the 1/200 scale trumpeter Titanic.
Oh.
I think they could be slightly longer.
Probably, yeah.
Well, we'll see how we go on this this Enterprise one. I watch this guy from Midwest Models,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing the kit at the moment. So I guess he's going to help me decide what sort of upgrade kit I'm going to get for it, because he buys all of them.
Wow.
If I can find this would be. Large. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to get going. I've got a little bit to do around the house, so got to get that done before I get
hang on for
home.
like 1 second here.
Okay.
I want to show you something real quick.
Okay.
Let me do this. Is that share screen? Window. Yeah. You want it to be in a hurry, it never is. Okay, there we go. This is the Forestel. I think it's the Forestel. So it's the Coral. What is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Vincent. This is a newer aircraft carrier, but this guy, as you can see, he put all the lighting on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's all the lighting inside.
Yeah, that looks good.
What the fuck?
Wow.
And that's the 1/200 also. Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's got everything on there. You got the A6s, the E2s, the Sea Kings,
Yep.
F-14s, the whole ball of wax.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah. So you can do a lot with those.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably what I'm going to do. My one is I'm going to do a little bit of experiment with this ship. Is that I'm going to do the I'm going to use Mod Podge as fake water.
Okay.
Yep,
So I'm going to experiment to do that by using Mod Podge and also foil wrap where I scrunch it up a bit, spread it out over it so it looks like the waves, of the water, and then use the Mod Podge over it and spray it and see how it comes up.
Nice.
Yeah, you can. That works great, and then you can even when you want it where your foam you want it to be, you can tear up toilet paper and still get like do paper mache.
Yeah, the splash wave. Yeah.
Toilet roll and do the
Yep.
do the foam and your wakes behind it. There's a lot of cool
Yeah.
stuff with that. That's what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
with the Constitution. It's gonna be like rolling through waves, full sail.
Yep.
See,
Yep.
That's basically what I do.
Yeah. So I've never ever done something like this, but I'm going to do a couple like small experiments first to see what effect comes out better than. So well, basically see which one I like.
Yeah, I've done. Let me grab one real quick.
So.
Have to pardon the dust on it. I don't know if I was showing it. I would have cleaned it up. But
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
and these wave lines,
Yeah.
I just put on canopy glue. They're just white PVA.
Okay.
And I used the Woodland Scenics Model Railroad Snow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And put that on there to make
Yep.
the foam. And then the long camera.
Yeah,
Just
man.
right what is that? Is
Oh.
polyfill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like raised weight. But yeah, that was done.
Okay. Yeah. Well done on that. I like that.
Yeah, those look nice.
Yeah, it's easy process to do.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just, when it gets almost done, you start stippling it with your brush or
Yep.
a foam brush or anything, and it'll make the ripples and stuff in it. So
Mm.
the higher wakes, I actually glued a bead of the PVA.
Okay. Because some people use actually blue tack to get those higher waves.
And so for the actual foamy stuff, I use polyfill.
Yeah.
And then you can take your Mod Podge and you put in a couple of drops of dish soap and mix it like
Yep.
50-50 with water, put it in a plant sprayer, and then you
Yep.
just you spray it and it'll harden up and stick and stiffen up
Mhm.
so it doesn't collect dirt as much.
Right. Right. Okay.
So this thing is freaking filthy,
Mm.
but yeah.
Oh, good job on that.
Yeah,
Very
it's
well done.
really easy. The Mod Podge water is really easy to do.
Okay. Yeah, I brought a lot of it about a month ago, so I'm going to need a lot of Mod Podge for a 1/200 scale. That's for sure.
It goes a long way because it's not really a deep pour. That's just your clear. Think of it like your clear for your car.
Mhm.
That's just the top clear coat, and then
Yep.
you brush on 1 or 2 coats smooth, and then you come back with like your third one, and that's when let it about half dry, and then start stippling it, stipple your waves.
Yeah.
And you dry brush it or put, like I said, the I think do I have it here? So this is the stuff Woodland Scenic Snow is what I use for the wave,
Right.
the foam on top of the waves.
Right. Okay.
And I use the polyfill, the pillow stuff for the actual foamy water.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give it a try. That's for sure. And see.
Model Railroad. Check out some of the Model Railroad videos on scenery.
Okay.
They're the expert on that. So
Okay. All right, I'll check that out and
all right,
see what I come up with, guys.
all right. Have a good day, and I'll
All
get
right.
the one wanted.
See you guys.
All right.
Take care, DB. Nice meeting you.
Good meet, man.
So, hey, Boxlock. Yeah, I'm feeling better-ish. I don't feel great yet, but I feel better. I think sleeping 18 hours did a whole lot of good. Whatever bug I had to work itself out while I was asleep.
Mm.
That and a bottle of Robitussin that I drank, so that probably helped too. Get a little of that codeine in the system.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's 18 hours, something like that. That's good.
hopefully I'm over the hump. Because it sucks being sick. I hate it.
Let me move this.
It,
I think this is going to be my next build.
Ah, is the other one?
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Picked that up at my antique shop for $10.
Nice.
Yeah, kits like that are good ones for like the 48-hour build too, because there's not a whole lot to them.
I was a little surprised how much there is to this kit, actually. It's got a lot of flashing and stuff, but I mean, it's all just flashing and pick off with your finger. Nothing bad.
Oh, that's all right. That's what happens when the moles get older. I mean,
Yeah. It's even got it's got a bunch of little hinges and shit so the hood opens,
yeah.
forward like it does.
Yep.
Pretty nice kit.
Yeah, so they are decent. The motor is a fairly good representation of what you got. I mean, it's not super detailed, but you can always add to it to make it that way, or
The
not.
motor works. My only complaint is the whole motor is molded chrome, so I have to paint that. So that's okay. Which I'll just paint it aluminum. So that's fine.
Yeah. I usually do anyway because I'll build the motor and transmission as one piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'll paint the whole thing aluminum. Then I'll mask the transmission and paint the body, the engine color over the top of the silver. Helps the color pop a little more anyway.
Then the rims. We use the rims out of the Monogram Z06, that kind of a newer style.
They'll look good.
I wish they were a little bit bigger, so I could tuck them up in there a little more, but that just means it's going to be a little simple. So it means I ain't got to do much cutting. It'd look good a little bit bigger rims though, but the way the hood is and the front fenders on there, I don't know how big of a tire I'd get up front. I don't think I'd get a very big one. Yeah, I think if I do this and the Monogram Z06, we do both of them at once, kind of do some Corvettes.
Yeah, before last Christmas, I did about a 4-week or 5-week stint of all I built was Corvettes.
Yeah. Well, I got this one. This one I'm gonna do the 94. I'm gonna do it red with the dark red interior, or not red, white with the dark red interior.
Well, I did all 70s. I did 70, 71, 73, and a 75. Then I did the Mako Shark, which was a 60, 67, I think. It was a show car, so it wasn't really a year. Yeah, so I did those one. Yeah, I got them all but the one. My sister has the one because started that whole mess because I wanted to build her car. She has a 72 Vet Stingray.
I like these 90s, 2000s years of that. Just because they both got good looking rear ends on them. I like those double eyeball rear ends. I like the way those look.
Yeah, we'll see. When I was a teenager, it was the 70s Vet, so that's where my likes live, is in the 70 Vets.
Yep.
Once you hit 82, 83, they started looking round and bubbly, and kind of lost interest in them.
Yeah, they're not the fan favorite. I love the '90s. The Vets, the trucks, the Camaros, the Pioneer. I like it all. Something about the '90s kind of cars and the custom '90s look I like.
When I was in college, I dated the girl whose daddy bought her an '84. It was '84 for her graduation present, and it was the biggest piece of shit I ever drove. Oh, cool! We'll go in the Corvette, and it's a big piece of junk. I much prefer driving my '77 Trans Am at the time. It was a much nicer car. Much nicer car.
I think the Monogram Z06. I'm gonna do it up like a small tire drag car. Put a mini tub in the back of it and paint it
Corvette,
Corvette yellow or Barbie pink.
It had that little 305 or 302 engine in it. It was 2-cylinder carburetor. It was
Yeah.
It looked a whole lot faster than it was.
With the Vets and Camaros and Pontiacs, I do a little favor for the 2000. Just because that is when they started putting the LS1s in them. And then you hit LS2, LS3, and chipped it off.
Here, still. Yep. Cold white.
$15 worth of that.
Hey, man, how are you tonight? Got plenty of space. Anybody wants to jump in?
What's up, Leon? Leon, I seen your community question video. That's a good question. I like that. That was a good question, brother.
I haven't been on all week. What was it?
Huh?
What was it? I haven't been on YouTube all week.
Oh, how do you get inspiration to start your build? Like, how do you start it almost? Like he was talking about how he'll take all the parts out and lay it out, and sit there and look at it, and it'll eventually come to him what he wants to, how he wants to do it.
Oh, how you want to paint it and stuff?
Yeah.
Most of mine,
like Google.
Most of mine we do by committee right here in the live stream.
Yeah. Google it a lot.
I throw a card body up here on the table and say, okay, I'm thinking about these colors. What's everybody think? And then we start spitballing around, and then
I'll pull the body out, look at it, look the lines, and search whatever card is up on Google and see other custom variants of it.
Yeah, I'd say since I do a lot of Pontiacs, I do have all the Pontiac color chip charts. If I want thinking about doing stock or a stock car, but I mean that whole green and white with orange flames PTO came right out of the live stream community, built by committee.
Oh, that's good too.
The paint and the decals and everything were all done and decided on and in the live stream.
Oh, these are the calipers. And these calipers are over for the 94.
More like the Ford GT. I just happen to have that can of green paint because I bought the kit on a lark at Michael's for $16. Yeah, I'm not the same problem. I do too many blue cars. That I do. I do way too many blue cars. Yellow's quickly catching up though, so I have to start. Red is probably the color I do the least.
That I'm trying to get away from red. I think a good amount of the builds in my case are red or some kind of dark color, like a black or a gunmetal. I've got a lot of gunmetal and black in that case.
Not counting Terry's Camaro because I had to paint it to match what his car was. There's only got 1, 2. If you count the Formula One car, 3 red cars in my out of 46 over there with the red.
Yeah.
Yellow ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellow ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So almost 10, over 10%, or almost 20% are blue. There's about 3 or 4 black ones. White ones, there's only like 3 white ones. 4 if you count Herbie in the Mach 5. Again, cars that had to be that color. So, yeah. Red is my least painted color, I think. Or green. Greens, I've got 1. How many greens I've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 green ones, 6 green ones. Yeah, like that Ford GT. Anyway, back to that. I picked it up for $16 at Michael's on a whim, and I just happened sitting there looking at the box, and that's when I said, "Oh hell, this Rust-Oleum neon green was sitting there." I said that would look awesome on that car, and that's how it happened.
And it does.
That GT looks really good. I like that.
Okay, we want to put all that extra detail in. Yeah, we might as well.
And there, you bastard. No, I'm putting the wheel in the ring. You know where it's going. Sorry. No, maybe it wasn't. No, what that was.
As far as picking actual kits, I've got a queue of about 5 of them sitting here next to me. Then back in the other room with the stash, and if none of the ones here in the queue are turning me on that day, I'll go in the stash and just see what anything trips my trigger. The Ford GT went straight to the front of the queue just because I had the vision as soon as I got it home and saw that can of green paint and saw the car. So.
Well, oh shit. What was going wrong?
And I've got a couple of builds I want to get done before the show in September, for the IPNS show. So I'll be focusing on those here shortly, starting probably after this one.
Correct here. I don't think I brought these in.
Hey Chuck, how are you?
No.
Hey, Marcy.
What's up? What about that? Look.
For those that may not be very crunchy sweet bread rolled in cinnamon and sugar with cream filling of whatever sweet food. I like chocolate. Hungry best get their ass here in about 20 minutes or there won't be any.
What the hell is up midnight? Everything I fucking touch, I drop.
Stop touching everything.
It's probably about time for me to stop.
Yeah, that's usually a sign to quit when you have spending more time on the floor looking for parts than you're doing.
Oh no, I'm putting tires over rims and mocking up. And I keep every time I go to put a rim in a tire, I drop the rim. All these vet rims and tires are big and littles.
Hey, Chuck. What you working on, Jimmy?
Right now, that.
Are you going to build that one Ninja or are you just not ready yet?
It's over here next to me. I need to get some parts for it. I'm gonna put my style on. I'm gonna do an LS swap on it and maybe some different wheels, but I kind of like the wheels that way.
I know, that's the one thing I love about that kit. That's honestly why I bought that kit. I mean, I love that you're caddy, and I mean, I'm a big fangirl for Foos, but those wheels, yeah, those are nice, just straight out of the kit.
I'll be honest with that too. I'm a little bit of a Foos fangirl too. I got quite a few Foos kits over here. The only one I didn't have was the caddy. So that's the only one you can't find.
Got them all now?
About do. I think the only one I don't have is the Stingray. That's because I just don't think that car looks very good. I think it's ugly.
I don't have that one. That is the only one I don't have. I don't know if I like it, but I want it because it completes the set.
Yeah. If I get it, I'll probably rob the rims and motor out of it. But 90s, 2000s, I like that. After this, where'd that go? After this body style, I quit liking Corvettes.
Yeah, well, I stopped liking Corvettes before you were born, so back when they actually looked like Corvettes, not something you might see at the track. There's no.
There you go.
Yeah, I like the other one.
Yeah, once you got past 81, they kind of went downhill real quick.
Well, even with the 90s ones, I just love the rear ends. They got good looking asses. Those cars don't look good. I'm putting those
60, early 70 ones were the best ones.
Yeah.
Got 7 on.
Putting those DO6 rims on this 94.
Yeah, I almost had an older vet, a Stingray. I went to look at it, and the guy's like, "It's for sale," and he was asking, $16 for it. And I was looking at it, mechanically sound, looked real good. Body was in good shape. It needed a repaint. It had, the road dings from driving it. Little
That's just the patina. That tells the story
chips.
of the car.
Yeah, little paint chips from where the gravel hits it when you peel out going around the corner. Nothing major. The body looked good.
That's like a rusty truck in Illinois. It just tells you where the damn truck's been.
Right.
It's the story.
And, it had new tires on it, new rims, and everything was clean, except it was the one with the roof that comes off. And after he said it's for sale, the first thing he said was the roof don't leak. And I looked at him. I looked at him and I leaned inside because he had the windows down. I'm like, bro, it smells like a boys' locker room in here. You're lying to me.
She
As
leaves.
a lover of T-top cars, yeah, nah, anything like that. I've been
I love the T-top style, and it goes in just a few cars, and on this car, it worked. And because all the years he had it, he never took care of the seals around the roof.
Yeah.
Everything else he took care of. But it's like, do you know what it's going to take to fix that and get that stink out of that car?
yeah.
I'm sorry. If you were signing the title over to me, I'd take it.
That's heartbreaking.
If you were just giving it to me, yeah, I'll take it. But no. We won't be exchanging money. Sorry.
See what you have a car like that and you're going to sell it. You buy a whole one of the roll-on sticks of like Old Spice or something like that, some real strong men's deodorant. You put it in a pie tin and you crank it all the way up, and you sit the car out in the sun with the windows up for about 3 days.
Yeah.
And that will permeate all the carpet and interior and everything, and it'll kill that.
I will still smell the fact that the car was wet. As a mom
You
knows.
probably
Oh,
will.
well,
smell
about 6
anything.
months, yeah, but if you're trying to get rid of one, that gets rid of it real quick.
I would still smell it.
It's like the ozone.
You literally would have to gut this car to get that stench out of it.
All right, they're finally dry. I didn't put those decals to good use though, Mercy.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
ain't gonna see that.
I figured you would.
I finally finished seeing
When you said you didn't have them yet, and I had the extras left from my second sheet, it's like, yeah, I gotta give them to you.
Oh, there are gonna be a couple cars that say "kiss my ass" in the back of them.
Yeah, that's most of the sheet. I only took a couple out of that one.
Yeah, which that was fine. I didn't care. The only issue I have with this thing is I messed up the hood, so I had to do a little engineering with that hood. So I just cut it off.
Yeah, just cut it all the way open. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Well, I was going to go no hood, but I didn't like the way the front end looked without it. So
I
I
mean,
just
you
cut
can
the front
always
of it
get
off.
somebody to make you a resin piece if you want to fill it in.
Yeah. Well, I cut the hood. Like an idiot, I painted the hood before I cut it for this blower.
Oh.
And yeah. I jacked it all up. I also measured wrong, like horribly wrong.
Measure twice, cut once.
Yeah,
I know.
I measured
screwed
3
up with
times
2
and
hoods
still fucked it up.
myself. I was able to luckily find another one in the parts box when I did it, though.
But that's all right. It'll look good on the shelf. That and those freaking monsters make up for it on the back.
You can pick up a 3D printed 57 hood just about anywhere with that, whatever kind
56.
of 56, 57, basically the same hood wise.
I like this stuff.
There's all kinds of openings and tunnel rams and anything you could think of.
Yeah.
For next, probably $5 or $6 a piece.
Yeah. I would have, but I just got finally got the check engine light off of my truck, and I had to get the emissions done and tag it. So I'm tapped out on cash for a second.
So you're broke till next week.
Yep. That whole paycheck went into my gas tank and tagging it.
Hey, at least it's sorted. Now you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, tagging it, gas, and a battery. A battery died. Which I thought I just left my dome light on, so I jumped it and went as normal. And then I went to go cash my check and went to start it again in the bank parking lot, and it was dead again.
Oops.
Yep.
Luckily, I thought ahead though. I put the jump box in the back of the truck, and then I ran over the bank. Then I ran an extension cord from inside the bank to outside to jump it.
Oh, it's good.
A lady was laughing her ass off at me.
Hey, at least you were prepared. You weren't stranded, man.
Yeah. Freaking batteries expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
Even a fucking Walmart battery was $100.
Yeah, they're ridiculous now.
like everything else.
I mean,
Which I
Hey,
was surprised
Taylor.
at.
I had to buy a new one for
Battery.
my car this year, and it was almost $130, $140. The last time I bought a battery for my car, it was like $49 plus the core charge.
Yeah, they used to, when you turned them in, they'd give you like a $5 or $10 credit. A lot of places here don't even do that anymore.
Nah,
Oh,
they just
yeah,
give you
they
the money
charge
back for the core charge.
They charge you for it, and then when you bring back the old one, then they give you the money back. Or I used to always go in because I want to make sure I get the right one. So I go in here, I want one of these, and I set the old one on the counter.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised the one in the truck lasted me as long. The one in the truck was 6 or 7 years old.
You're lucky.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the old dude I bought the truck from, he only drove it in the summer and to pull his camper from Florida and back.
So it's
And then
sat
during the
all
winter,
winter.
then in the winter, it was in his garage. Yeah.
Did he even start it throughout the winter?
Mm-hmm. He took very good care of that truck.
See, that's what happened to mine. From when I got sick, I wasn't driving my car and the battery kept going to dead in it because I wasn't driving it for 3 or 4 months at a time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going out there and starting or anything because I wasn't feeling up to it. And so yeah, got a bad cell in it, and if I didn't start it every day, it would not start.
Yeah.
Or if it got too cold overnight, it would not start. Hey Taylor, how are you tonight?
I had what I've had to replace on it is stuff that's just old from it being driven a lot more now than it has been. The dude I got from, he wasn't the original owner, but he technically could have been, because the dude that originally bought it special ordered it as the work truck
Hey
model.
Jay, how are you?
Had it for 4 months and it got repossessed. And
So he
the
basically
dude,
he probably got 2 deferred payments, made one and missed the second one, and they come and took it.
yeah. So the dude that I got it from bought it from the bank auction, and
that was a
he's
deal.
had it. He had it since it's an entire life. Besides the 4 months the first dude had it.
You're on here unless you finance it through the deal, but actually dealer finance. They don't even come after you till it's 90 days past, and then they'll go chase it down.
Like 4 or 5 months or something. Yeah, he had it, and then it got repossessed. That's why it's an 03 with 127 on the clock, and it's a rust-free truck. Which for Illinois, a rust-free truck is like a
rust-free alone and low mileage, that's a bonus.
Yeah, for a 2003 Silverado.
I mean, you'll be driving that a while as long as you keep up the maintenance on it.
Yeah, the only couple things I've had to replace is just old stuff that's gone out, worn out from it being driven a lot more than it has been. Like I replaced the fan belt, and looking at the fan belt, it was still the stock stamped GM fan belt from 2003.
Yep, it lasted all that time. Yep.
The shocks on it, I still needed to replace the shocks. The shocks are still stamped 2003 from GM. Which everything on there
We
is
don't build
original.
trucks like that no more. We live in a throwaway world now.
Yeah. The fan belt was funny. It kept squeaking and it was getting really bad. So on the way to the O'Reilly's, the fucking fan belt broke, and I had to hike to O'Reilly's and change it on the side of the road.
Been there, done that. One of my old banger cars I had after high school. I don't know how many times I had ended up doing shit on the side of the road just to get where I was going.
Well, sitting there, I probably had the truck for like 3 months when that happened. And this is like, it's the biggest investment I've ever made is that truck.
Yeah.
And when that happened, the first thing that went to my head wasn't fan belt. I thought something serious broke. And I about sat there and cried. I about started fucking crying on the side of the road. Because in my head, no, it wasn't the fan belt that definitely just needed changed. I was on my way to go change. How about something
Yeah,
actually
Kevin,
serious
we
went
did.
wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not exactly what I wanted to see when I first turned the computer on this morning, but that's what came up in the queue first.
Yeah.
So,
I had the big C scare, and it's not fun.
no, I've been through it too. And
Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
woke up this morning to.
that is the sound of my pizza. I shall return.
Pizza.
Hello, pizza. So that there. So. All right. Let me mock this up. Where's my hood? What do I do with the hood? Damn it, you're around here somewhere. I just had you. Right there. Under something. Alright, let's see how these
Hey, Boston, how are you tonight? I don't think I said hi to you yet.
2000 rims look on a 94 back. I can get it stanced right if I'm not good. Do some shit like this. As soon as I put the hood on, it's coming off. Yeah. Shit. Dude, I swear to God, I keep dropping shit.
So I know you're not wanting to spend any money right now, but the American Gasser wheels would look really cool on that.
On what?
On the vet.
Damn. Because I get paid in next week. So next week I'll actually have money.
My fingers on my focus. Yeah, these.
There you go. Well,
Oh, those would look badass. Are those off of Jay's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where 99% of my wheels come from him.
Yeah. Most of mine do too. Just because they're good wheels and they're priced pretty damn good. They're not outrageous. Iceman, ridiculous what he wants for his wheels. I don't order his wheels. I'll order his motors, but not his wheels.
4, 5. I got 5 sets of them here right now.
Which is the front? Which is the back? I don't want bigger. Back. That's fine.
I put a bunch of them that I liked in my watch list on eBay. And about once a month, he'll send me a deal on them. And I end up buying 2 or 3 sets every time he does that.
Yeah.
Instead of being $16 a piece, I'll be like 13.
Yeah.
So I'll end up buying a couple sets.
Well, my birthday is in a couple weeks, so I'll start showing my dad wheels and shit I want. But she asked me, "Are there any kits you want?" I'm like, "Not really. I mean, like wheels and some motors to do what I have, really." But, you know, I just have a million projects going at once and need parts for everything.
Oh, I know. I'm the same way.
The hood touches the tire. I'm not gonna be able to get it that low, will I? Nope, it does not. Okay, I can get this bitch pretty low, actually. Yeah. You know what? With technically being The interior right there, I might actually not be able to get it that low. I'll try.
Bust me out another bottle of Gorilla Glue. I'm almost out.
Oh, let me show you guys the Bronco. Talk about too many projects. I got one sitting behind me. I don't remember how to flip my camera. Yeah, I think here it is.
Find my mouse. I just covered up.
What?
Oh, I had to find my mouse so I could. There you go.
Oh, I am flip. No, I didn't know if I couldn't remember how to flip it. So that's gonna look pretty good. I wish they were a little bigger, but I don't think it's gonna sit that low. That's where I'd like it to sit. But the Bronco, that's just the mock-up. Kind of mocked up like shit too. There we go. But those are the colors. Not the stance. So the stance looks like it's a. No, it's an average Ford, nose down, ass up. Yeah, I like those colors. I must have knocked into it. I had it knocked up and the stance all good. I guess I knocked it or something. Yeah, shit brown and the tan. Get that over here. Yeah. Go back. Stuff like that. Turn the flashlight off. Let me go back. There. You are brother. Yeah, I'm a Leo. I think the vet's gonna settle it. I'd like to set that low, but if I'm gonna mess with it and make it that low, then I'll put a set of 23s or 22s or some shit on it. Actually, I could tub this Corvette. It'd be a pain in the ass, but I could tub it. Like doing that?
Just cut the interior right behind where the back, or behind the front seats. And
Yeah.
Should be too bad. Because you're gonna have room.
I think I'm
Back glass, you'll have room for the tubs under the glass.
That's true. I think I'm gonna keep this a simple, just kind of simple build. I've been doing a lot of tubbing and chopping. Probably
Yeah, it's fun to do
something
something.
simple. Different set of rims, nice paint job.
That's why I occasionally do a box stock build.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm weird with box stock. I'll get halfway through a box stock and get bored. At least a different set of rims will keep it looking cool and different. Eventually get the stance just right. Or I could put it on a 4-wheel drive frame and go redneck and shit with it. I do have a spare 4-wheel drive frame. No. That's too much to probably do that. $10 for this bet. I was either going to build it or rob the motor out of it. And then I might actually build it. Let's go. I like it. Could paint red. Little red Corvette.
Yep.
I don't know. I've done a lot of red. Really.
You were saying, yeah.
I know, but there's so many cars that look so damn good in red.
That is true.
White with the kind of ox blood red interior. I think that look for the best. But the other vet is the 06. I'm either going to do it Barbie pink or yellow. And then either way, it'll be a small tire mini tub drag car.
What year is it?
It's the
High-five?
Monogram Z06.
What year?
Probably 2006. It doesn't say a year on this, but it's an 06 to. It's that 2000s body style. I'm guessing an 06.
Okay.
This body style was 01 to when they changed it. It was I think 09 when they changed it. 07, 08 maybe. I don't know. They had the same body style for it.
Let's see.
It looked good blue.
Factory colors were it was an orange one. That one, those were pretty cool.
Orange looked good.
Let me blow this
Orange,
up.
blacks, and Harley colors.
Velocity yellow,
That's what I'm thinking is yellow.
red jewel metallic, sunset orange, black, victory red. What's that one? Let me blow this. I can't hardly read them because I marked them in color. Luxo blue metallic, Arctic white, and white tarnished silver were the factory
Silver.
colors.
Silver.
The orange and yellow Corvettes stand out like wow. Look at them. The orange ones do too.
Yeah.
And then there's a dark red and a light red, basically. The red jewel is a dark burgundy almost color, and the victory red is a straight up bright red. Those were factory colors. I mean, that's just somewhere to start. I mean,
Yeah. I was thinking yellow too, because I've always seen a yellow Corvette that body style every time I watch Talladega Nights.
and then
That's
the
what
yellow
really
one,
cool.
the yellow ones could come in any of the color interiors: black, red, gray, tan. And the grays, there's 3 different versions. There was a vinyl, a velour, and a leather.
Yeah.
Depending on your trim package.
Yeah.
Wheels will be either silver or gray on those. That's the factory colors.
Yeah.
Pretty much the interiors they did the same. You could get the interior in any of the body colors. You could get any of the same color. They did all the colors were available, no matter what the body color was.
Yeah. But I will be right back again. Sorry.
Velocity yellow, that would be like a Tamiya chrome yellow. That would look really cool. Or that yellow pearl. That would be a good one too.
That looked good too, yeah.
It's that
I was just
atomic
thinking-
orange. Atomic orange would be awesome. That's a cool color on those cars.
I was thinking
Yeah.
yellow because nothing in my case is yellow except for 170.5 Camaro. So it'd be sort of a different color in the case.
Well, you can always go complementary to your red and do something like a green or even a teal. Then it wouldn't look bad sitting next to all your reds. I mean,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be factory color, but
yeah. Well, I'm doing a mini tub drag car, so. But I will be right back again. I gotta pay the water bill.
all right.
Yeah, I always have liked orange Corvettes. That is one thing I always have liked them in orange.
Yeah, they do look good. They do look good.
Orange and yellow. Those are always my favorite colors for the Vets. I have an orange one over there. I don't have a yellow one. I need to do a yellow one. But I said I'm being burned out on yellow cars right now.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens. You guys were talking about the blue, and I'm sitting there chuckling, going, "Yeah, blue. Yep, that's usually the first thing I think of."
I've done just since the first of the year. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow cars.
Yeah,
I
we go through it pretty quick.
I take back 4 yellow cars and a yellow truck and a yellow trailer.
I think I'm going as far as I'm going to go with these treads, and I think they're good enough. Whew. I think I probably would have given up a long time ago if it wasn't for your stream. That was definitely tedious.
It could be worse. It could be them freaking ones that you got to build track link by link.
Oh yeah,
The metal.
I haven't done much with the armor. This is pretty much my first one. I've done, most of the planes I've done. I don't think I've really done any jets. It's all been prop. Something different. Ooh.
Yeah, I've only done two tanks in probably the last 10 years.
Mm.
I did Abrams probably almost 10 years ago. And then I did the Fury tank.
Oh yeah, the Sherman.
Yeah, the Easy 8 Sherman.
Yeah. I did pick up one of the Tamiya Easy 8 kits. I just figured as a filler I'd start with this one first because you get some kits you want them to turn out just so, and if you haven't done much with them, it's kind of, if you want to make mistakes, you'd rather do it on something else first. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm real happy the way it turned out. The only thing I was kind of disappointing in, but not really, was it didn't come with figures.
Yeah.
But I found for like $20, I found a full set of them for it.
Nice. Ooh. Easy.
But yeah, it turned out awesome. My opinion. At least in armor, the dust is actual weathering, so you don't have to worry about being dusty.
Yeah, that's true. Now, when you normally do these on Tuesday,
Yeah.
do I recall that they start
Normally
earlier?
on Tuesday, except for the second Tuesday, I do Monday, and Cliff does Tuesday because I have a meeting on Tuesday and he has a meeting on Monday.
Right, but those
Otherwise, yeah,
start
normally
earlier?
Tuesdays.
Those usually start
Yeah,
clear.
yeah. He does his on Mondays, except for that 1 week we switch because we have meetings.
Right. I think you said, what, 4 o'clock Eastern for those?
I start normally at 7 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Clips usually starts earlier. He's usually
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I wasn't looking.
around 5 or 6 Eastern, depending on when he gets home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, on your normal Tuesdays, if you're doing it starting at 7, I could probably hang out for about an hour before I gotta.
Well, I used to start earlier, but I'd sit here for an hour and a half by myself.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
It gives people time to have dinner or whatever and then come in.
Right. Yeah, I just have that early bedtime during a normal work week, so it kind of stinks.
Yeah, here's Fury from the movie.
Yeah, that came out nice.
So it came with everything but the figures, but I found them on eBay for like $20.
Right.
But yeah, it's the Italieri kit.
Oh, okay.
It's got everything, decals, the whole works to make it almost identical to the tank.
Hmm.
The only difference was in the movie it had a little more storage on it than what they send, but you can buy that stuff cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm real happy with the way that turned out.
Nice.
I'm back. What the miss?
Not much.
Oh, we didn't miss a whole lot. We were talking about what color Jimmy should paint his Corvette.
I finished my treads, so I'm doing something else.
Yeah, he finished his
I'm very glad I finished my treads. It was brutal. As I was saying to Bob, it's like, oh, if it wasn't for this live stream and me doing it on that, I probably would have given up on those a long time ago.
That's where I get most of the building done, is sitting here in front of the computer on a live stream.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's really
These
the
guys
only
can test
time.
it.
When I'm sitting here during the day, I barely touch anything.
Yeah.
But as soon as the brain is occupied doing something else, then I start touching models.
It's funny you say that because when I was doing these as a kid, when I was about 10 years old, my grandparents moved from local out to Arizona, basically the other side of the country, and he'd given me his old Hammerland ham radio. So I used to sit there and I'd find different things on there, and I'd doing that. Then later on, when I was older, when we first got married, and I'd be sitting there and have like the Red Sox on or something. When they played a lot more afternoon games then, and I could but have something on while you're doing it. So yeah, I could see this.
Yeah, the radio thing. My grandpa, my mom's dad was the electronics person. He had everything. He had a ham radio and a big old tower antenna. He had CBs in the car. He had every radio you could imagine ever.
I did the CB thing. My grandfather didn't, because it's funny, it's my mom's side too. He did the ham radio. He had a pilot's license, so little Cessnas and stuff. And yeah.
Oh, there's an oldie.
Works too.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Got all the channels, the shortwave.
I love getting out here, but it's too heavy because
Police Fire, AM, FM.
Yeah, Grandpa's was huge though. It was like one of those. Remember the old stereos used to be in the cabinet? It was bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sat on the floor next to his desk upstairs.
Yeah, the one I got is huge. It would basically cover the whole cutting mat here. But yeah,
this was just a huge tower.
Yeah.
It tells you on there, and like on shortwave, what areas are like there's Morocco, Canada, Japan, USSR, London, Argentina, Sweden, Hawaii, USA, Australia, Madrid, Guinea, all Guyana, all those.
I used to go up in the attic every Sunday from round about now till the first of the year and be on the radio listening for people. And there was this one guy that was posted by himself out in the middle of nowhere in Alaska. And I would catch him once a year to wish him happy holidays and give him updates on the local news because he didn't get much out there.
That's my barbecue
I,
radio.
I was maybe 8, 9 years old, and every year I talked to him till I was probably my mid-teens, and then he just disappeared. I don't know if he died at his post, retired, whatever. He was just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said listen to police radio, scanners, all that stuff.
Yep.
We had this conversation a few times. He had the first communication as far as telephones go in cars. He had one that he carried around in a briefcase.
Oh, yeah.
And all the different like walkie-talkies, just different kinds of radios, computers, everything.
Okay, this does not come with it. No. Water pedal.
Sitting here looking at it, and carburetor. Gotta go get my kid from work at 10 o'clock, so I'm not gonna get too into anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not what I want. It's much nicer. Cool. Whoa. Oh, cool. They work for your derby car? That'd be kind of cool. Jeep wheels.
They're different.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hey, Mark.
Thanks for the shout out, Mark.
It's not like it's much better. It looks much, much better. Even though it's the wrong color, it looks better. I'm doing better, Mark. I was kind of under the weather all week, but I'm doing better.
You catch a little bit of the seasonal crud.
I don't know. I took COVID test twice just to make sure I didn't have COVID.
Yeah, that is still going around.
I mean, I've had four shots of it, vaccinations for the different variants so far because they always tag me because I'm immunocompromised or what do you want to call it.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff. I got the first two, and the second one damn near put me in the ER.
Oh yeah, it
I
seemed for
was
me.
having chest pains and all kinds of shit. I thought I was having a heart attack.
And the second one it made me sick. The first one didn't. The second one did. And then
See,
third
that's the thing.
one did.
It wasn't even a sick. It was way worse than any anxiety attack I've ever had. It literally felt like a heart attack.
Yeah.
And they
No,
can
I
give
just
me
felt
an Astra anymore. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, my heart was revving up with one of those too.
I felt like shit for about a day and a half, but since I could milk it out at work, I was stuck off for about 6 days.
Right? Cough, sick. You know it. Here's the thing. I don't get sick, so when I'm sick, it's serious.
Well, I got it on like a Monday, and I went on Tuesday to work, and everybody looked at me and said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I got the COVID shot yesterday. I feel like shit." They said, "Go home.
Yeah.
Come back when you feel better. No points. Don't worry about it."
Well, it's like with my youngest and my wife when they got the each booster on it was worse for them, but it was like they had the flu. It just knocked them down for like a day or so. And with me, I got the headaches and then I got the heart revs, and so that was no fun.
Oh yeah, the big one. It's a cool airplane.
I missed
P-51. I built a couple of those. I just finished one.
Hey, Johnny, what did you sneak in?
He's been floating around for an hour or so.
Well, I've been back and forth, so I missed it.
I got the big Airfix Vulcan. So I need to build one of these days too. I want to match the one from the James Bond movie.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong?
The one that they hit underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Steal the nuclear bombs out of it.
I remember that.
I don't remember what the name of the movie was, but that was which one it was. But yeah.
How does that go on? That goes on like that.
You have to look it up.
Well, if it goes on like that, that's fucking stupid. But I felt it. No, because that's the trim line. No, that's how it's supposed to go.
Okay. Right.
Then there's the little trim line.
Let's dig in there. Parts is parts. See what we got. Something that would make a good control stick. Yeah, that's what I want to get is that 124 scale one for the Mustangs. So I can do another. Well, I was originally what I wanted to do for that red tail Mustang car group, but I'm thinking I'm going to do a junkyard diorama with some of these car kits, the bodies that I've got, all the Chevelle bodies floating around, and then have a scrapped out Mustang sitting in the middle of the junkyard.
Chevelle graveyard. Hack them up so there's just random bits, not whole bodies.
I thought about doing some Chevelle.
Because that's about the only 124 scale that they don't want an arm and a leg for is that Mustang. But it's an old tooling. That and the Stuka isn't too expensive.
Oh wait, that goes on there like that. And then that gap is supposed to be there. What the fuck? No, I believe that wrong. I'm sure that's not supposed to. No, it is, because then when the hood comes up, yeah, I guess that gap is there. They're just raising blur the hood. I don't like the way it looks though.
Yeah, that'll work. That will work.
Maybe not. No, that's not. Okay. Yeah. So that gap is there to open and close this hood. If it opens forward. Okay. So that makes it less. Plus side. That's pretty good. I don't look like it's supposed to be like that, or am I just like a little problem?
So what are you going to build for the 48-hour?
Oh, that's why there's a gap there. I don't have the hood down on the right. Oh, I'm fucking retarded.
Directions, their thing.
That made more sense. More sense. Or the piece of plastic that right in the off. That's why it's not fit that right.
Yeah. Jimmy is building a Z06?
ZR190.
ZR1. Okay.
Z06 is next.
And I'm doing an OV10 Bronco, which is
I got a Bronco going too, but
a late Vietnam War observation light attack aircraft.
there we go. Yeah, cutting that flash off made it fit better down there.
Funny how that worked.
Well, I don't know. I couldn't figure out why this front piece didn't fit with the hood. I don't know. It's flash on it. Yeah. I don't even think I'm gonna put the freaking pins in it so the
print where it says Carver Kit.
well, it's an old ass AMT kit, so I should have knew that.
And
But-
there's a really teeny tiny print on the back of the instruction sheet next to the date tag where it says it's a Carver Kit. I've gotten a few like that that were really bad. Oh my God.
But $10 at my hobby shop, or not hobby shop, antique store.
Right?
I'll do something cool with it. I'll either build it, make it look cool, or I'll steal the motor out of it.
Either way, for $10, you get something good out of it.
Used to be able to get them at Goodwill.
Motor, you can't get a 3D motor for under what, like 20? So
$15, $17 usually.
depending on where you go, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
for $10, you know, if the engine's the only thing salvageable, you didn't do bad.
I used to buy all kinds of kits at Goodwill, but now they put them all on their website and hardly ever put them up in the store.
Our Goodwill doesn't have anything but junk.
Basically,
I still go looking on the off chance, you know.
so let me see that one. This side lines up. Why you mark everything up? I have to do a little shopping. This side doesn't line up. It's because there's a piece of no flash.
True that, Kev.
Hey, Kevin.
And I think I just need to shave that a little bit because this side, that side fits good. This side kind of hangs out a little bit. So.
We used to be able to get them at Goodwill all the time for $7, $8, $9, $10. Just had to look and see what it was, if it was all there or stuff. But yeah, I used to get them there all the time for a good deal.
I've
Even
never.
if they weren't all there, I would still, if it was $5 or $6, I'd buy it anyway for spare parts.
I check out all of our resale shops, and the one antique store that's down in Ipsy. That guy, when he gets model kits in, I swear I think he uses eBay as a price guide.
Yeah, that's around here too.
And the guy that had this kit at my antique shop also had the 49 Mercury I just did, and I got that. And he's had this kit sitting in his booth for a while, and he wanted $20 for it originally. And I don't know, a 94 vet for $20. I wasn't into it. But last time, when I went there last time, he dropped the price down to $10. I can get into it.
Yep.
$10.
The guy's still sitting on the same kits. He's had them a year, and he won't budge.
Yeah.
If you don't want to sell him, homie.
Yep.
He had a couple of nice,
Maybe he'll change his mind. But
yeah. He had a couple good kits in his booth. He wanted a little much that I was willing to pay for a couple of them. A lot of Corvettes. He was a big vet guy, I guess. He had one. It was one of the old Limburg Crown Vic cop car kits, and I would have got that, but he wanted $40 for it, and I wasn't paying that much for it.
Yeah, you can get them new for $20.
Yeah, but somebody had swiped it up already. And then the gal that works the front desk at the antique store, I'm in there so much, she just knows me. Not the first time I was ever in there, I backed into a Kia in the parking lot. We're not going to talk about that.
Oops.
What? The freaking Kia. Looking out my back window in my mirrors, it was so damn low I couldn't see it over the bed of my truck. The bed of my truck was that much taller than that damn Kia.
yeah, they're not very tall cars. I hit my head getting in and out, and I'm 5'4".
Well, and I was backing out weird because this lady parked right up on top of me. Her car was about that far away from my mirror. And it was a giant $100,000 Lincoln SUV.
I'd have hit the Lincoln.
Yeah. I told the dude.
I'd have hit the Lincoln.
Yeah. The dude was cool.
Hard like a dick, I will remove my vehicle the same way.
Yeah. The dude was cool though. Freaking, I had just started driving and I was still on my dad's insurance plan.
Yeah.
So I told the dude, I'll just pay cash. I'll out of pocket this. I'll out of pocket it just because I don't want to fuck. If I mess with my dad's insurance, because he's had a clean record for years and his insurance is perfect. So I'd rather do that than listen to him bitch about fucking his insurance up.
Well, he could have helped you get a separate policy, and that wouldn't have been a problem. So it's all on him. He chose to put you on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, even on his policy, my insurance is $240 a month.
Yeah, that's just solely based on your age.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm on it.
You get a little older, it'll go down eventually, as long as you keep a clean record.
Yeah, which I've got
7 years.
Yeah, really, I only pay $600 for a year. For full coverage.
Yeah, I got full coverage and mine's 4 and change a month, but I got 2 cars that I'm, still paying for.
That's what I got full.
And I'm gonna keep it on there because the car's paid off is because of the deer issue around here.
Yeah,
If you're gonna hit a
exactly.
deer, twin.
I'm not gonna ever give up my full coverage because same problem between the deers and the idiots.
Yeah, that was my mom's thing. That's why she wanted me full coverage. People don't know how to fucking drive in this state.
Oh, you ought to see just this county, dude.
Yeah.
We had a guy on a motorcycle get hit yesterday afternoon because some bitch in an SUV went around him, and to get around him, she went into the median on the freeway.
Stupid.
Couldn't wait her fucking turn. She went in the median to go around another vehicle and ends up sideswiping the guy on a bike.
What a dumbass.
He's gonna be okay, but
No, I have AAA.
he's laid up in the hospital.
I've been with him for 30
Some
years.
bitch had to
So,
make an illegal move.
I have multi-car and alarm system and all, multi-policy. It's $660 a year. What it is.
Oh. I have no clue what I got.
I was gonna say I know he sure the fuck don't have State Farm. I'm looking.
No, I had American Family and they dicked me over so bad that I dumped them.
Oh, they were horrible. My grandparents and my parents had them for a while.
Well, my parents had it, and so when I
you
got my license, I went into theirs, and when I went to college, I got my own policy, and I filled out all the paperwork, and they went through and signed, called everything in, and gave me the price. I said, okay, I can do it. I can do that. It's tight, but I can do that. Then about 3 weeks later, I get a letter in the mail that says, no, that price was wrong. We need $200 or more for every 6 months.
That right there, you call a lawyer.
I go ahead and figure, okay, fine, I'm going to write the check for this one because I got to have insurance. I was at college. I couldn't have time, deal with that. So I sent them the $200, and then 3 days after they got the money and cashed the check, they canceled the policy. It would not refund any of the money.
The only thing we ever had Progressive on was the motorcycles.
But I went that day. I went to AAA and never looked back.
I think that's what we have at State Farm.
We ended up eventually.
If it is, my dad's at State Farm since he was 18.
Yeah, and I get the discount on the road service and all that stuff too, which helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, this State Farm we have. My dad's had them since he was 18.
Mine has a pickup policy. If you get stuck somewhere, they'll come get you.
And that was pre everybody had computer days, so you get the trip ticks and all that stuff was all included for free. And
yeah, we used to plan our vacations and get our maps and everything when they used to give out paper maps through AAA.
Yep.
Yeah. I gotta do some poking around, but mine is just it's ridiculous for what I have to pay. And I know there's cheaper out there. I just have to put time into it and go look.
Could really date myself there and talk about green stamps.
Oh yeah, I used to lick them fuckers and put them in the book for my grandma. They were minty.
Right.
Well, we got all kinds of cool stuff with those.
Mm.
I probably still got some of the shit in the cupboards around here.
There you go.
I remember one thing we got with it was made by the Bass Fishing Company. It was the folding fishing rod combo pack that fit in your glove box.
the round pull peel, magic.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
That was the coolest thing ever. It had a little compartment on the side. You could put all your hooks and lures and stuff inside it. Yeah.
Cool.
Pocket fishing. That's what it's called. Pocket
That was
fishing.
my favorite fish pole for years. I don't ever know what happened to that thing. I don't know if my grandfather threw it out when we got new gear one year. It just disappeared.
I think they still sell them.
They might.
I think they do
Ronco's
that.
still around. All of these ads you see as seen on TV,
Oh,
you
yeah.
read the fine print, they're a subsidy of Ronco. I see the commercials, I giggle. I see the products in my store because we sell a lot of them in my store. A lot of
Yeah,
the
I seen on
big
TV
box
stuff.
stores
Yeah.
sell them, the SC9 TVs. And I just kind of giggle and point. And there's like 2 people in my building that are older than me that know what I'm laughing about. And the rest of the people are just like, what's so fucking funny? And you got to pull them to the side and explain Ronco.
GLH, great looking hair.
Our Walgreens has a lot of that I've seen on TV shit.
Yeah, that stuff, it's all junk. It's the same crap that was around in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. It's just every new product line fits the current era, that's all. And they just keep splitting the company up and renaming it. But you'll always see in fine print that there's a subsidy of Ronco. Ronco will never die. In the end, there will be cockroaches, ants, Dodge Darts, and Ronco.
Still there on Amazon.
Yeah, awesome.
The
Mine was white and orange. Mine was the original. Was white and orange. Remember all their
There you
their
go.
bonus
Yeah,
gifts and all their
brown.
free shit was white and orange plastic. I
Yeah.
still have a hand slicer in my kitchen. The veggie slicer. It's white and orange. It's got the straight
Oh,
blade on the
geez,
end of it.
Yeah.
It was my mom had that. I took that when I first moved out. Almost 40 years ago. And it's still one of the best tools in my kitchen. I love that thing. It came with a pack of like 4 blades, so I had blades forever.
Right.
Oh, they are in here. Okay. Guess I didn't look hard enough.
We're freaking out.
The decals are still in this kit. Oh, good there.
Aw, you took away Cooper's driving permit, Kevin. Honey. What are you looking at?
Here's the old school.
Yep, mine was orange though.
Fucking
That was the 60s version. Mine was the 70s version. It was orange. Same kind of box and everything though.
Jeez.
I didn't even see it. This kit still has the decals in it. I didn't even think they're still in there.
Cool.
Talk about fucking 90s.
Here's
License plate says Corvette Fever.
modern current Amazon one. Ronco.
Yep.
That's too funny.
Doesn't work bad either.
Yeah, it was a cool idea. Like I said, you always had a fishing pole because it folded down compact and it fit in your glove box.
Yep.
It was a good one to give your kids catch bluegills
Yeah,
or whatever.
it was my favorite thing ever. Next to getting to shoot my grandpa's hunting rifle.
And it came with the casting
Yep.
plug so you could learn how to cast it and all that. Yeah.
Yep.
A glove box size fishing pole? Shit, I'm not buying one.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a damn good idea.
It's 5
Yeah,
inches
it's
long when
awkward.
it's folded up and 9 inches
Yep.
long when it's unfolded.
I usually keep
And
my
it's-
fishing stuff in the bed of my truck just in case. I ever feel like it one
Right.
day.
That was the whole idea. It was just in case.
Sometimes I'll just be in the mood, yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah, you don't have to worry about where you're going to put that whole long
The first
rod.
time I ever fished with it was at the fish hatchery down in Ohio. When they used to let the kids go down and fish. We'd have fishing tournaments.
Yeah, okay.
And I got a second place ribbon in the 1975 kids national tournament.
Nice.
With that stupid combo Ronco special. I was the only one not fishing with a flow rig. Everybody else had all the bells and whistles, and it's like, no, I'm gonna use my combo.
Yeah.
Just because your pole's expensive doesn't mean you're going to catch any damn thing. That's what I was
No, like I said, I got second place. So
I've always had cheap ass ones just because they work.
yeah. Heck, I was just happy we had fishing gear with us so I could participate. I wasn't aware of where we were going.
Yeah.
And what, and then he's like, "Hey, you want to go to go fishing?" I'm like, "Yeah." Apparently, he'd heard on the radio or seen somewhere that the kids' tournament was that weekend, and we were conveniently in the right place at the right time. He's
There
like,
you go.
"You want to go fishing?" I'm like, "Yeah." And we get there, and I see this big old sign, and I'm like, "Grandpa," and he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Is that thing in the glove?" "Yes."
That's one of the best ones I've ever been on. Was it's after school one day. Me and my friends were all
I
standing
was,
around
I
the
was
parking lot.
I was 7 years old, and I got second place. And the kids they ranged in age from 5 to 17.
And they were mad. That's awesome.
Alright. What is all going
grandpa
red?
was awesome. If I had to ask to have anybody back, he'd probably be the one I'd ask for.
Yeah. Nah, I never got to meet neither of my grandpas. Not my grandma. Very short.
Yeah, I only knew one of my great grandparents. My mom's grandfather passed away the year that she was pregnant with me. Like literally missed meeting me by weeks. He died in October and I was born in November.
Damn.
My dad's grandmother, great grandma Mary, she was almost 100 years old.
Damn.
She died when I was 8. I was
And
with
my
her.
grandma.
I was sitting at the foot of her bed when she closed her eyes for the last time.
The only grandma I met was my dad's mom. And the only thing that got her was she slipped and fell and broke her hip. And after that, it just started kind of going downhill. Up until that point, she was pretty healthy though.
Yeah, my dad's mom, Grandma Anna, she had ovarian cancer,
Mm.
and in the 70s, the treatment wasn't really there.
Yeah.
Women's health care was really not there, and all they could do was go in and take things out. She had a total hysterectomy. They removed what they could see of the growth and stitched her up, pat her on the head, and sent her home. And all it did was make the cancer grow faster.
Oh.
And my mom's mom, she was, I have to do the math. Let's see. She was born in 1925. So, if she was still alive today, she'd be 99 years old. August the 3rd, she would be 99. She died right after my son's accident, so 2012.
And this year, a couple months ago, my mom turned
So she was like 80, she was 87.
48, and it kind of freaked her out a little bit because her mom only lived to 48.
My dad's mother was 45.
Yeah, I'm already older than both of my paternal grandparents were when they died.
And I'm older than both sets of my great grandparents were, except for grandma. Her first husband, I'm older than he made it to. Yeah.
Grandmother died of breast cancer when she was 42.
Oh.
Grandfather died of heart failure when he was 56.
Oof.
And I'm 59 now, so I'm older than both of them were when they passed.
Yeah, mom's pops, he was diabetic and had a bad heart. But the day before he died, I spent an hour and a half talking to him on the phone, and that man hated talking on the phone.
Right.
I knew at that by the end of that conversation, that was the last one I'd ever have with him. And the next day, he didn't wake up. So, yeah.
We've got a bad history on my dad's side. Schneidlin men do not have good hearts. It's a bad thing on my dad's side. My dad's had a couple percent put in his heart. His dad was heart failure. Or his kidneys at first, and then heart failure.
And just wave it at the fire, Boston. And you can deliver it over here, and I'll give you the rope and the bell when I'm done.
Yeah, I just like my steak warm.
Yeah, like I said, wave it at the fire, man. I'll bring the bell and the rope back when I'm done. If that shit ain't moving, I don't want it. Actually sounds good. I haven't made a steak in a while. I'm doing chicken tomorrow. I just have to decide what I'm doing to it. I've got a bunch of broccoli. Maybe I'll do some broccoli cheddar soup.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Little baked chicken.
Nice.
I got like literally everything here to do whatever to the broccoli and the chicken. So I don't even
Cool.
store for anything. I actually planned ahead this week and got a bunch of extra stuff, and so I don't have to go to the store every day. I spend more money that way.
Yeah, it always works out a lot better if you can make a list and plan it all out.
Yeah, well, I work at the store I shop at, so it's real easy to get in CBA mode as it can't be asked to go shopping.
Yeah.
So I try to shop for at least 3 days at a time. That way I don't have to go in there every day. I'm not spending extra money, and I'm not staring at the shelves going, what the hell am I cooking today? I don't know, Mark. It depends on who's cooking. I make some pretty wicked fried chicken, but what I've got is skinless and boneless, so there won't be none of that nonsense. I'll probably just make a vinaigrette mayonnaise, cook some herbs out of the garden. I got plenty of onion.
Yeah, given a choice, I'd rather have my chicken baked than fried. But
Yeah.
I eat anything.
I
like my
I
chicken.
gotta watch. I gotta watch
Grilled.
what I cook as a dad, so
Grilled.
it'll be baked or grilled. Yeah.
I'll go up and grill some meat and chicken.
I don't want to stand out in the freaking nasty ass heat over a hot pile of steaming whatever. But no, I'll just turn the oven on and shove it in the oven and be done with it. Or actually, I have an air fryer.
Yep.
But,
Yeah, if the doctor told me I could only eat baked chicken for the rest of my life, I'd be perfectly fine with it.
and chicken is the healthiest meat. If you can get somebody, if you've got a local farm that raises their animals correctly,
Mm.
And just get your own, fresh chicken from them, it is the healthiest meat for you to eat, period, for anybody.
I've been doing if my mom and dad are out on like a Saturday on a poker run on the Harley, I'll go up to Hardee's down here. Hardee's after 6 o'clock, you can get a 20 piece for
flavor if it's right.
You can get a 20 piece for half off after 6, which for a lot of chicken for not very bad. No. So usually if I'm stuck with trying to figure something out, I'll usually just go down and get the half off chicken.
Yeah, I think I'll just do a vinaigrette.
Which Hardee's is the only takeout fast food chicken. I really do like.
Oh God, I haven't eaten.
I don't trust KFC. I've got.
It's because they use the Roy Rogers recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
Use the
Popeyes
Roy
don't
Rogers
have
recipe. Because Hardee's owns Roy Rogers, or what's left of the
Yeah.
Roy Rogers. Most of them are gone.
Yeah, they used to be everywhere.
It's the only place around here good takeout chicken, unless like you're ordering out from one of the restaurants up here or something.
But no, the breading does not take away from the taste of the chicken if the breading is made and applied correctly.
Yes.
There's science in that shit.
Yes.
Well, cooking is basically chemistry anyway.
But no, I think I'll do a homemade vinaigrette marinade.
Yeah, on my mom's side, everybody lived forever. They all died 88, 89, 92, 94. Except for my great grandma on my dad's side. She was 100
40 years old with 15 kids. Jesus fuck.
Damn. Yeah.
Grandma have a zipper put in? What the fuck?
That poor woman.
Fuck that shit, man. No, having one is dangerous enough. Having them back to back is unhealthy for the mother. Because you're creating a whole new human being from your person, and it depletes your calcium. It can cause your bones to get weak. It can fuck your teeth up and your eyesight and everything. Not to mention that even today, you can still die in childbirth. Giving birth is a dangerous fucking game.
Yeah, it is.
Kudos to Nanny who could shoot out that many.
Yeah, the first three were 14 months apart on each one.
Yeah, I know.
I'm 14 months older than my brother, and he's 14 months older.
2 years
than my
plus
sister.
between each one of mine.
Then there was about 5 years between each of the next one.
There's 2 years.
3 years apart from me and my brother. No, not 3.
In fact, when my youngest brother was born, I was already 16.
How old is my brother? Come on.
I've got one little sister and a half sister that's a year and a half older than me. And 4 nieces and nephews I've never met.
Yeah, 3 years because he's 15. You know, Rose, 3 years old or 3 years younger than her.
And my full-on biological little sister's son is a year younger than my youngest child.
Damn, I actually just forgot how old my brother was. Well,
Yeah, the smoked Cornish hens, those are really good.
Mm.
There's a local butcher here that does them in-house.
You gotta eat 2 of them to make a meal, but yeah.
yeah.
Those are nice to do up in a Dutch oven.
All right, let's get the vet painted. If I get it on spray can. Not break.
Well, a lot of things that died from you can now cure or maintain. You know, like my grandma had breast cancer and died at 42, and they just, they did nothing but to basically try to poison her to try to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work at Meyer. Meyer's roast chicken is really good. No
Those
question
Costco's roast chicken is awesome too.
And Sam's Club's roast chicken is really good.
Yeah. Sam's Club is some damn good chicken for some.
That's the same one we saw at Walmart. It sucked. I didn't really like it. The garlic
when
one was
you're
the one I
in a
liked.
hurry and you need a quick dinner, Meyer's chicken is a good rescue.
I'd buy the garlic ones and bring them home and make chicken and dumplings out of them.
Yeah.
Let's paint some stuff on this bed.
Okay, I managed to paint my carburetors and get the little downspout for the
I'll paint the interior
gas
first.
onto the top of my engine. So Now, that was my son texting me. I gotta go pick him up from work. So if y'all are still here when I come back, I'll see you when I get back.
Yeah, we'd be here for another half hour, 45 minutes or so.
I don't know if I'll be back then. I'll catch
Okay.
y'all later.
If not, we'll see you later.
Yep.
Bye, Marcy.
I will be back in a few minutes.
Okay. Pay the water bill for me too while you're out. Yeah, when I worked at Walmart, I had to cook 150 of them fucking chickens every day. Oh, man. I couldn't even look at them anymore. Made them 25 at a time every hour and a half. Which is the same ones they had at Sam's Club, the same chicken. Now the buffalo wings was a different story. I'd buy them 3 pounds at a time, bring them home. The circle of death. As long as you don't get the blue screen of death, you're all right. Yeah, I loved Burger Chef. There was one right across the street from college. Well, they turned into Hardee's. Hardee's bought them out, and I think Hardee's still has the Big Chef burger on their menu. I think I haven't been there in a long time. Yeah, Burger Chef, I think, was the place that invented the drive-through in the kids' meals, the Happy Meal type thing, the box meal for kids. With the burger, fries, and soda and a toy. Yeah, it is good, but I said I had to cook on like 120 of them every day, and I just couldn't look at them anymore. If they have the garlic and herb family size, those are better than the lemon pepper or the traditional. But they're more expensive too. But they're like a lot bigger. They're like half the size of a turkey usually. And so would get them cold. I'd get them the cold ones before I came home from work, and but get 1 or 2 of them and throw them in the freezer. And then when I got around to making a pot of chicken and dumplings, I'd use those. Just tear them up and throw them in some chicken stock and cook them up and throw some biscuits in there. Hot damn, off to the races. If I'm feeling really saucy, I'd put some taters in there too. Yeah, well, my mom and dad wanted to keep going, but the doctor told her no. She had to quit and stop at 7. She couldn't take doing anymore. One grandfather was served in World War II in the Pacific, and then he wasn't spent most of his time in the Aleutians, but he was up there when the Japanese attacked the Aleutians, and then he got out and he got recalled for Korea, and he was actually going to go bounce across the border and enlisted in the Canadian Air Force, so he wouldn't have to go to Korea. But he came home to say bye to his mom, my great grandmother, and got picked up, and they took him straight to the Army indoctrination center and sent him off. But then my other grandfather, he hit right at the end of. He was drafted right at the very end of World War II, and he went to Europe after the war was basically over. And he was part of the occupation thing. In fact, I have an uncle in Germany because he kind of played around while I was over there. But they had never, I have no idea if he's still around or not. Because when he came home, he left them there, and they never really talked about him anymore. There was 3 or 4 pictures of my uncle as a baby in Germany, but all right, night Chuck. You're still here.
All right, see you, man.
Yeah, I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest one on my dad's side of the family left. Well, technically, his one sister. I'm the oldest male left. He's got one sister still alive, but she's not doing good. And I have one uncle on my mom's side and my mom that are older than me. So I'm number 2 on one side, number 3 on the other.
Oh, black. What's all black? Up around there's black.
Did you decide on color, Jimmy?
Yeah, on this vet, I'm doing a dark red interior and a white body.
Cool.
I'm just looking at the box photos to see what needs to go black for all like the trim and stuff.
Cool. That'll look good.
I'll do the around the window and the pillars and shit all black.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have much chrome on them by then. The only chrome was a couple of the badges. That was the only thing left chrome. The wheels and a couple of badges. Everything else was blacked out.
Pillars around the front window, or the A pillar or whatever. It's all black. So we'll do that. With the fucking Sharpie or some shit. Or a paintbrush, I feel like it.
Yeah. I use a lot of times those little pieces like that. I'll just brush paint them.
Yeah. If I brush paint them, I have a pretty steady hand to do that stuff. It's just I don't trust myself to do that stuff sometimes, so I'll use a Sharpie a lot of times.
Well, if you use the acrylic, you use the acrylic paints and you set them out real nice, they flow real well. And if you mess up, you just wipe it right off and do it again.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, until it dries, it's not adhered. Yeah, I do. A lot of the touch-ups and stuff with the acrylics for that type of detail work. Because I'm worried about, like, you don't clear coat, but if I clear coat and use a marker, the marker a lot of times will run. You put the clear coat on. If you put it on under the clear. And sometimes it won't stick on top of the clear. But, so I usually use the Vallejo stuff, my blacks. And I've got some of the Mission model stuff too. I use it when I want to spray like a smoke, if I want to smoke out I want to smoke the windshields or something, tint them. I use the Mission models and I tint it way down. Because black is the color I go through the most of.
Yeah,
black and silver. I probably go through 6 times as much black and silver as anything else. Not counting bodies.
I've been trying to do lately some different colored interiors because a lot of the cars in my case, they just have black interiors. So I've been doing some more reds or some grays on the interior.
Yeah, in the 60s, a lot of them were black. Especially the GM cars. The seats and the door cards might be a different color. But the dash,
like a senior build, I did the red on
dash package tray and seats would be, could be a different color. But the carpet and the carpet dash package tray and usually the roof liner would be black.
The headliner, yeah.
The headliner, yeah, unless it was the upper end cars, like the 57 Bel Air or something was an upper end car, then it would be color matched to the body a lot of times.
Yeah.
But almost all of them all had black carpet, no matter what color the interior was, until probably mid 60s. Then I started putting that carpet in there that had the tinsel woven into it to make it sparkly.
Yep. This will be the second Corvette I've ever done. The only other vet I've done is the 82 Corvette. It's the only other Corvette I've ever built.
Yeah, you can. That's another thing you can do. You can lay the right. If you take like a single edge razor blade, lay it along the line you're wanting to paint, and paint it with that there, and then you pick that up and then clean it off. Fine.
Yeah.
Or a piece of board works too.
I need to get some more blue painters. I got a build idea over here, and I need some of that to two-tone it. Needs my last little bit a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like on here, the body, these body vent things on the side of the car. They sent little stickers for those, but I didn't use the stickers. I actually just painted it with the black acrylic paint in there.
That thing looks cool, man. I like that. Kind of looks like a Plymouth Prowler almost.
Yeah. It was kind of, I don't know what he was trying to base it off of.
I think it was long before the Prowlers came out, though, I think.
Because I know on Jimmy Flintstone, he used to have a Prowler, like a custom Prowler body that looked pretty similar to that would fit over the AMT Prowler chassis and everything.
Yeah, I think he was kind of basing it on the 40 Ford's coupes, and he kind of top to top and stretch type thing.
It kind of looks like the Prowler Chip Boost did almost.
Yeah, Prowlers are real similar body style too, but I think those were later than this one. I don't remember this one. I want to say this came out like 2000. I could probably look it up.
There's anything in the box.
Finish my Prowler over here.
It's probably said so in the box.
On it.
Box away.
Well, I got mine here.
I got the paint looking good on it. And I freaking went to two-tone the interior and my paint rippled and cracked, so I need to strip the interior.
Remember they did it
And
on
after that, I put it back in a box.
92. It's even a lot earlier than I thought. 92.
Hmm.
I was watching it on Discovery Channel on that Boyd Coddington TV show. And they were building it. 92.
I need to get some stuff to strip that interior on my Prowler. I do need to finish it. I love Prowlers. They're freaking cool. They're so different. They're cool.
This jug is $4 at Walmart. Or not Walmart, at Dollar General. LA Awesome.
Oh,
LA
yeah.
Awesome.
I haven't tried it yet, though.
Yeah, it's like $4 for this jug.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can pay like $10 and $12 for a gallon of Purple Power.
How long am I supposed to leave it in LA Awesome? Or if I leave it in there too long, will it fuck up the plastic?
Well, if you leave it in 6 or 8 months, it might. But
Oh, yeah.
it depends on how fresh the paint is. If the paint is fairly fresh, it'll come off in a day or so. It may be less. If the paint's been on and hardened pretty good, it might take a week or so.
I'm assuming it depends what type of paint you're using, too, right?
Yeah, well, it'll eat in. It's a degreaser, so it'll eat in just about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's an enamel, it'll take a little bit longer because enamel tends to be harder once it cures than lacquers or urethanes or the other stuff. But it'll eat You soak it for a couple of days and you grab an old toothbrush. I got one, like, and then you scrub it and throw it back in and scrub it and throw it back in. I mean, you can use Easy Off and stuff like that, but that's a little.
Oh, Marcy leave?
Yeah, she had to go take care of her dad and stuff, and told her we'd all be here till about 9:30 Central Time. So she said she wouldn't be back in time. So she says good night.
So I pulled mine out, Bob. It's still sealed.
Yeah, it's a cool little kit. I mean,
We can give Jimmy some sticker shock. When I bought it, it was actually originally $8.76. It was marked down to $7.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I paid $15 for it. This one at a show. And it was a throw in.
I've had that around a while.
Because the guy had $20 on all those kits, and I offered him $30 for two, and he took it. So I paid $15 for it.
Nice.
And it was still sealed when I got it. And I just bought it because I was wanting the other kit and wanting to get a deal. So. Yeah, it's a good slump buster too. I mean, that it's basically, if you count mirrors, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 parts to the body. The front suspension has 4, 5 parts to it, 6, 8 parts to it. The rear suspension has 2 parts to it, and that's basically it.
Oh, it's a multi-piece body.
The hard, yeah. The hardest part was fitting the windows in, but it just took a little bit of sanding and all on a couple of the edges of them, and they popped right in.
Mm.
Yeah, the body is a left and right. Then you get the hood, the trunk, the roof. Then you get 2 mirrors, two headlights, and that's it. That's the body. A couple of chrome pieces, one for the front, one for the back.
Sure, it's hood bits for her doing everything with my phone. Painting everything.
Yeah, LA Awesome works. Is awesome on a lot of stuff. I've got a bottle of it that I mixed, diluted down. Put in a little Windex bottle, diluted it down for general purpose cleaning. And I got another one of these with soap and water in it. And I got that one for the big jugs for when I have to strip parts or strip paint. It takes most kit chrome. It'll take it off in like 15 or 20 minutes, and if it's stubborn chrome, it'll take it off overnight. Mark says the Pro Street it, Jimmy.
The vet.
Yep.
I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. But like I said, it's gonna be a little easy build. I ain't gonna mess with a different motor or anything like that. Put some little bit newer style vet wheels on it and just do kind of something simple. I've been doing a lot of hacking and chopping builds lately, so it's just something simple. Once in a while, I'll usually do something like that.
Yeah, I still gonna come up with something to do for Dylan's Pro Street group build. I have no idea what I'm gonna make.
I think I'm gonna do this.
The 68 or the 68, yeah.
Yeah, either that or I wanted to do this, but my mom got this and she said I gotta wait for it for my birthday till my birthday.
Oh, yeah. That's a cool car too, the Wildcat. I might just
look good.
just do it box stock, just for giggles.
Yeah. I need to start that GTO. I don't think I'm gonna bother cutting all the stuff out and putting a motor in it because the Craftsman series coat.
No, it's just got a plate in the bottom that pops out. Same thing like that C3500 did.
Yeah, the exhaust and drive shaft and everything's all molded in.
Yeah, well, you don't see the bottom anyway.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm just gonna. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna tub it, put the tires in it, and glue the hood on.
Glue the hood shut and call it a day. It works too.
I don't know. It'll sell my stuff.
Pick a USAC build. That would have been the kit that I would have picked. Was that one or the 69, the Revell one that they just repopped? But that 68 is a new tooling.
This would be a cool kit for
see what Ken's gonna pick. He'll probably pick something cool because he's into hot rods and muscle cars. So
this one would be a cool USAC.
yeah, well, yeah. So the 3 years I've done 2 Fords and a
my Walmart.
I did 2
My
Fords
Walmart
and a
had
Chrysler.
kids.
GM is due.
And my Walmart had kits, so my mom got me the Barracuda, the Wildcat, and the El Camino.
Yeah.
But I gotta wait for birthday for these. The El Camino, I really want to start though. I think that.
Oh, the 57 Chevy kit with the opening doors. I think that's kind of a rare kit, isn't it? The blue AMT one or whatever it is. 57 Chevy. I think that's kind of a rare. I don't know. I haven't looked at them in a long time. Yeah, I'd be all right with a Tri-5.
Yeah.
When is Jimmy's birthday?
August 11th.
August 11th.
I'll be 18 in a couple weeks.
Just a babe in the woods.
I barely remember being 18.
I think you're actually a touch younger than me, Bob. Not much.
I'm 59.
Yeah, I just turned 60 end of June. So yeah. Got to celebrate by going in for my 10-year colonoscopy the other day. So
Oh yes, I got that on my
10 years.
got that on my list too for procedures this year.
But they gave me the clean bill, so I'm good for another 10 years. So that's good.
Fucking health teacher in school was talking about colonoscopies for when you get old.
Thanks.
Fucking 1 year. I told her I don't even let people wave their finger in my face.
Yeah, well, it's a lot better than the alternative.
That is true. Hey, now you even get pictures. They give you the report, and there's all little pictures.
Oh, cool. If it's a new, yeah, that would be cool then.
Yeah. Propel's coming out with that new, speaking of them, the brand new Corvette, that C8, whatever it is, that 2024.
Oh, okay.
That's definitely one of them I want to get. Because all these newer cars are coming out with something different than the usual muscle car and four-wheel drive they do. Like that new Challenger I got over here, the 21 Challenger. I'm a General Lee replica of that car. The Bronco I got over here too, that 21 Bronco. I'm gonna do a SEMA build with that. Big tires, color match suspension.
Yeah, well, there's not a whole lot. When you start looking at cars these days, they're not a whole lot different. Pretty much all look the same.
Yeah.
Until you get into the supercars type thing.
Yep.
Till you get into Ford GTs or the big mid-engine vets, the rear-engine vets, and all that.
Yeah.
The supercar type stuff. They all look exactly like the Pontiac Aztec. Everybody thought was the ugliest car they've ever seen in their life. Now every fucking car on the road looks just like it.
I would be the first to say Aztecs were cool. Just because I thought the camper top thing they had for it was a cool idea. That's the only reason I think they're cool. And then PT Cruisers are so fucking weird. They're cool.
I live just where they used to be built in St. Louis at the GM plant. The Corvettes were built there for many, many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
It was a sad day when they moved them to Kentucky.
Yeah, I bet.
And there were lots of people used to build them. Yeah, that plant is gone. That was the north side plant. They tore it down. It's gone. Tore down the Chrysler plant too. That was a huge freaking complex. They tore it down.
Hmm.
There's only one car plant left in St. Louis anymore. That's the GM truck plant. And it's not even in St. Louis. It's way out in the county. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that new body style though, for the vets. I said, for me, the last good vet was made in like 1981. And even then, they were underpowered. Well, they weren't. They were powered down for fuel economy so bad that you could fix it, but when they came off the floor, they were pooches.
Hmm.
I don't know, that new vet they're coming out with. It's
Oh, the new one is, but yeah, I'm talking when they in the late 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
They were all detuned and put the small motors in them, and then they tried to make you think you were getting a lot by saying it was a supercharged 6.6 and all that crap, and it was. Yeah, I like the 71s because that's when I was a kid. You know, Corvette Summer and the Stingrays were around, and you had the big gills on the side.
Do they have any newer Viper kits? I know they have like the 90s one that you can get at Ollie's, which that's another kit I'm trying to find. Is that old Viper?
I think I think there's an AMT one, and that Revell one is a snap kit.
Yeah, I know the Revell one's a snap.
There's like an AMT, the Viper RS. It's not a bad kit. It's an older one now.
Yeah.
It was like came out like 95, 96, something like that.
You can find at Ollie's. It was a monogram.
Yeah,
that's a video of someone building it. It's a pretty nice kit. A lot of them Ollie's monogram kits were. The 99 SVT Cobra, the V06 Vet, the Viper, the Lamborghini Diablo. I got those, and those are nice too. I got all of them except for the
I did see that
Viper. It's the only one my Ollie's didn't have that Viper.
I take my car to shop and all they got is 2-post lifts. I turn around and leave. So if they don't see the money just right, the car will fall off in a second.
I need to go back up to my Ollie's. I haven't been up there in a while. They had a lot of nice like Johnny Lightnings and M2 Hot Wheels for cheap as shit.
Well, there's lots of videos of people dropping expensive cars off those 2-post lifts. They don't get them balanced on there right, and then they take a tire off or something, and one end is too heavy, and it just plops right over. Gets right over.
Yep.
The mechanic I take my car to has old in the floor 2-foot piston hydraulic lift with the 4 arms that come out from that go out to the 4 corners of the car. And you'd have to work real hard to get a car to fall off of that. And you couldn't do it, but you'd have to really work hard to not get a car to fall off that.
The one or two Ollie's kits I was looking for was the Viper and the Ram pickup, that Viper pickup. And Rick Zink sent me the Viper pickup.
Yeah,
That kit's getting
the
slammed.
Viper SRT pickup. Those were decent little trucks.
I just like that body style, the second gen. Body
Yeah,
style.
well, it had the sinkhole open up in the museum and swallowed up a whole bunch of Corvettes.
Mm-hmm. It was the millionth Corvette, the 2 millionth Corvette, Jeff Gordon's Corvette.
And they're all still down in the hole too. They just put a glass floor over it, left them all down in the hole.
They didn't leave all of them down in the hole. Not all of them. The 2 that were saved and fixed up were the millionth Corvette and the 2 millionth Corvette. Those 2 were saved because under the hood and deck lid of both those cars, everybody that was on that assembly line signed it. As it went down, everybody signed it. So those 2 cars were saved.
Yeah, I always liked that Viper SRT pickup. It was.
I like the look of a Slam single cab. So I just did the Lightning, the 94 Lightning, the turquoise one. And then I'm about to slam the 92 Silverado, and then I'm gonna slam the SVT. UTS.
It's okay. I took my car and had 4 new tires put on it. I guess about a year and a half ago, and they didn't balance them. They just put them on. Got over 30 miles an hour, and I thought my car was going to shake apart. Needless to say, that guy didn't work the next day. Didn't have a job the next day. It was close to closing time, and he didn't feel like doing it, so he just mounted them, threw them back on the car. Didn't balance them at all.
My dad is fighting with the shop right now. He had a rod knock in his 2015 Sierra, and they did the job. They fixed it. Motor's all good now. But from them constantly opening and slamming his hood, they cracked his little wind diffuser on the front of his hood and didn't say nothing until my dad was driving home from the shop, and half of the wind diffuser flew off on the highway because it was all cracked. And they brought it back. He brought it back there. He was pissed, of course. They said they'd replace it. They sent him the new one, and it was the wrong fucking one. So then he started fighting with them because they sent him the wrong one, and then they quit answering his phone calls. So me and my dad drove up there, was able to get the new one. And the fucking new one they sent him, it looks like the forklift fork went straight through the box. And there's a big old scuff on the damn air diffuser. So he is fucking pissed. All this over a damn wind diffuser on the front of his hood. The one he had was all flush mounted, nice. The one they sent him hung out, stuck out real far on the sides, and came up real tall, and he didn't like it. The wrong fucking one.
They just went and bought a new one and taken the bill.
Yeah.
Plus the installation fee.
Yeah, that's what he's about to do next. Well, they won't install it. They just ordered it to him and sent it to the house.
No, he buy the one that supposed to have, take it and have it installed and take them down the bill for the installation and that part.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, it's 9:30. I'm tired, so I'm gonna call this tonight.
All right.
Be around on the weekend. I know Brian's not going to be home. He's at a show on Saturday. I think Papa might be doing a live on Saturday. If not, maybe if I'm feeling up to it, I may start one if nobody else does. Otherwise, it'll be on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, like always. Thanks for everybody.
Thank you very much.
Kevin,
Thanks for the invite.
and
If I don't see you, have a good birthday.
Jim and Jimmy and everybody who's still hanging out. And we will see you next time.
Have a good one, y'all.
Take care.